It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to time, Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Thursday mornings. We are live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studios. Shout out to the team here at SRMC as they house our show every single day. They house Tingle & Co. brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel brings you our show. Every single time we're live, it is brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. Make sure you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Go to the FanDuel website. Get your picks in for today. I'm sure Mr. Fun will pop in this morning. He was very, very sorry he was unable to swing by yesterday morning to give you some picks. But granted, when he did tell us, he didn't love them. And when Mr. Fun doesn't love his picks, you know, maybe hold back.
Mr. Fun guarantee.
Maybe hold back. But when you got that Mr. Fun guarantee, if he's got monsters where he loves them, you know to follow us through. I'm sure he'll be here this morning to throw some picks at you. If not, we'll let you know via our friends over at FanDuel. They bring you our show every single time we're live. And every podcast, if you're listening, is brought to you by FanDuel. Speaking of live, we'll be live twice tomorrow. Tomorrow in the morning for the show. Tomorrow evening, live watch party for LSU Baseball as Wyatt will continue his hot dog boy escapades to eat 9 hot dogs during the game tomorrow evening. Wyatt, Lloyd, good morning. How are we doing?
Good morning. And yes, I believe he... get in with this.
There he is.
You have to.
You have no choice.
Oh, yeah, no.
Direct order from the top.
Of course.
It's only getting more important as the days go on.
Right, and I genuinely, tomorrow I think is the biggest day since we've started it. If they win tomorrow and I eat my 9 and 9, I mean, I'm part of the team at that point.
But Jay knows about it.
I know.
I made sure to get that out
course.
there.
I know.
He was like, very, very excited.
Very excited.
You know, whenever I brought in, when there was a part, it's like, look, at the beginning he was saying, we need him to stop that. And then he did the same thing Maureen did, where it was, get that boy, get him going, get him going.
If we keep winning,
keep him going.
I'll stay in the bullpen warming up all year. If it brings us to Omaha, I'll do whatever it takes, boys. Yep. I promise you that.
But Jay was in very good spirits yesterday, which tells me that, and you know, there's peaks and valleys, but I do think there's a part of it that is talking to Mikey and Jared that, you know, it's a break from the traditional part of.
He's talking to ball knowers.
Exactly. I mean, I would not put myself in that category. There's the elite, and there's me. So not here or here so much, but I do think the levity helps. But it was nice to see the man was smiling. And that just tells me everything I need to know about where the boys are in terms of LSU baseball.
No, I mean, Jay is, I would say, not the most difficult to read.
I don't think he's trying to be.
You can usually tell the emotions, and I thought he was definitely in good spirits last night, as y'all had a great interview with him. But yeah, no, it's only gotten more important, the hot dog escapade, as the days have gone on. It goes from Monday night with Jay shouting it out at the radio show to Tuesday night with the baseball game and Ronnie and Lynn talking about it on the broadcast and the fans in the stadium, and then the traction it got on social media. Yesterday, we find out there's a post in Tiger Droppings about Hot Dog Boy. And his comparison to the Rally Possum. It was also, when you look up Wyatt Vaughn on Google,
which is crazy,
an AI overview pops up of the hot dog.
No, when you look up Hot Dog Boy on Google, that's what my mom
There's
sent
an
me.
AI
At least
overview
I don't know.
of you.
Apparently, yeah.
Wow, and we saw it yesterday. And then of course last night, Jay Johnson telling him to keep on going. He got no choice, but he's exactly right. Yes, tomorrow's watch party, as there's Christian and Poggi. Tomorrow's watch parties will be live for the Georgia game.
Coming in at this time is absurd.
The most important hot dog boy event of the year.
Maybe in world history. People are saying
that, I mean, because this is the thing, right? And this is the conversation we had about it was there's a lot of pressure on this weekend. You kind of live and die with this weekend.
Right. If you get swept this weekend, it's
over.
Not just LSU's season, but the hot dog eating in general, I think, is over.
And really, you look at this weekend and you go, this is the one you want to make sure you capitalize on.
Right.
And at least get one, but try to win the series.
Of course.
And that makes tomorrow uber important for LSU baseball and for you as well, because the pressure's on. Tomorrow's happening. Hot dogs will be eaten.
Of course.
If a loss follows with the hot dogs, then you have to try to see what happens on Saturday.
Right.
If they right the ship without you, that puts, like, if they right the ship and they get a win, that puts the pressure back on Sunday. We need dogs again.
Right. Of course.
But if they lose, then we'll see how it goes. But tomorrow, for sure, the most important hot dog day of the season for LSU baseball.
Streak is on the line.
1,000%. What? Anything else that Jay Johnson brought up in the interview last night that piqued your interest or caught your ear when he was speaking? Outside of the hot dog boy, keep it going at the end?
I'm thinking.
Of course.
Get that brain.
He did talk about, they tasked me, of course. I got thrown to the wolves a little bit.
Nice.
With the Case and Evans question,
Of
which
course.
I had no problem asking, but also wasn't sure how it was going to go because everybody was, jovial in a great spot, and it's like, well, at some point I have to ask, I guess.
Right.
It's me. And he said, look, we'll find out. It wasn't exactly a no as to what Case and Evans will do, but major piece moving forward. And so he was going to throw today, because it was last night that we asked, but he's going to throw today and see where he is after a bullpen. And so I won't expect to see him on Friday or Saturday, maybe a Sunday, but it's a massive part to get back. And Jay does have a way of answering these questions without answering them. But also, if you kind of read the tea leaves a little bit, you'll find out after the pen.
Yeah.
Like, he'll let you know before the game.
Yeah.
So
it's pressure on today.
It is pressure. Well, not pressure. It's just a matter of because he did throw on Monday or Tuesday, I should say, and then he'll throw today because he threw yesterday. We'll see how he feels today.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That's the big question of second day soreness, whatever that may be, and then we'll evaluate from there. But it was a non-answer, which I expected, but I'm just glad I didn't get upset.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, and look, I think that's going to be an interesting.
Loves Mason Braun.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's playing right now, how could you not?
Right, exactly.
Right? And so I think the Case and Evans situation is an intriguing one because there is so much fluctuation with where the season goes, right? Like this weekend, there's a lot of pressure on it for if you get swept in Athens, then you kind of know you're in a real tough spot to try to find a postseason life. If you're able to battle and steal one or win two and get the series, then everything's in front of you and you're live. And then it's, okay, well, how do you go about handling Case and if he is healthy and ready to go? Do you think, regardless of the postseason situation, if he's healthy, he will throw? Like, regardless of what the postseason looks like?
No.
If he's healthy, he'll throw. Do you think it depends on health first, second, the importance of what's left in the season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's any,
reason.
It's not punting on the year.
Right.
But it's also, it's protecting somebody at that point, because if you don't want them to throw I don't want to say meaningless, but meaningless baseball at that point. Unless you're trying to, if you're depending on making a run in Hoover and Case and Evans is the reason that you do it, then what are you really trying to do? Yeah. At that point, I don't think he's going to be the difference maker, and you have to play every day and win every day. But if he can play in a series like a Georgia or Florida, and that's where he can make a difference.
Like if there's if they split Friday and Saturday this weekend, and Sunday's alive, then
occasionally can you go? Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. Yeah. It's not like we're going to throw you on Tuesday of the second game of the tournament in Hoover. It's like, give us 7. Like, that does make a difference, but at that point you're really trying to thread the needle on what you want to do.
So it'll be this weekend is exciting from the standpoint of it's going to be very, very interesting to watch the mindset, and you're not dead. I loved the quote that Jay had yesterday in his press conference where he talked about being drugged through the mud and taking the bullets and the whole thing, because it's the same chip and chair mantra. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing we heard, chip and a chair, let's play, right? Even though they've had the injuries and the struggles and they've been dragged through the mud, they've taken the bullets, the whole thing, they've been punched in the mouth, they're not dead. It's still in their hands. They still have the chance. And the worst thing that happens is you die. You got nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny that he said it this way, because it's kind of how we talked about it a little bit, of when you had the group that they have, and it felt a little bit as if they were playing, I don't want to say scared, but playing like not to lose or afraid to make a mistake in the big moment. And at some point it becomes, you've already played, if you're playing scared right now and you're losing, why would you not play with reckless abandon and lose? Like, you're already doing the worst thing possible by trying to be perfect. So go out there with a little bit of a fuck it mentality, because nothing bad can happen. The bad has already happened. Like, you playing this way and trying to be perfect and playing a little bit to the result hasn't worked. So you might as well go out there and say none of this matters, and play that way. Yeah. And I think you're starting to see a lot of that with the young guys that are trying to play, like, just play baseball. Yeah. As opposed to, I need to do this or this, and look at my numbers, and
I can make mistakes.
Yeah, but there's nobody coming to get me. Right. And that is such a freeing mentality of look at Ruckert and how much different it's been for him. Whenever it's like, I'm in the lineup every day. Yeah. And he's played a hell of a second base, because it's not, you're in the 8th. He was so tight butthole about that situation, because he wanted to be perfect. I came here, I'm from Baton Rouge, I've played lettered at Catholic as an 8th grader in baseball. Like, I was born to do this. And then you're like, when you put me in as a defensive replacement, you want me to play perfect defense. And he was thinking about it so much that he was in a mentally bad place. Now you put him in the lineup and say, whatever you do doesn't matter. Go play second base. We don't have anybody else. Right. Yeah, and that's kind of like the whole team is like, Michael Patrick, we don't have anybody else to go play right. Jake Brown's not coming back. Like, he's hurt. You have to go play right field. Right. Whenever it comes down to that situation, like Stephen Milam, you're gonna, that's how he plays. Right. Because ain't nobody coming to play take my spot. Right. And so whenever you see that, it's such a freeing mindset of, this is how we're going to do it. Right. And so I think it's helped a ton.
Yeah. Well, when we talked to somebody who would know about this, he said when they lost games earlier in the year, it felt like the end of the world. And then it kind of was the end of the world towards the middle of the season. You got your feet held to the fire. And it just is what it is. Go out and play. It doesn't matter. Like, you're either going to win or you're going to lose. You're going to make the postseason or you're not. Go out and play with some pride and some integrity. Go out with reckless abandon, like you said. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, and this is Jay Johnson talking about it. And I think this is the mindset that they've kind of encapsulated to the day.
I think we've taken the bullets, been dragged through the mud, head stepped on, all of those things, and we're still alive. And, who's the best soldier? The best soldier is the one that's not afraid to be killed. There's literally nothing to be afraid of. So go in there, guns blazing with a lot of confidence and play. And if it's good enough, it'll be good enough. If it's not, it won't. But there's literally nothing to be afraid of at this point in time for this team.
Not afraid to die. It's the most dangerous soldier is the one that is not afraid to die.
It's like if you've ever seen Malibu's Most Wanted, whenever Jamie Kennedy doesn't know that it's
right.
Or I'll do a more topical reference, Tropic Thunder.
Right. Oh.
Yes, he doesn't know that it's actually real war.
Right, that it's not a movie.
Right. And it's not. It's
No,
real life,
it's
but
real.
he's treating it like a movie,
Of
and they're
course.
terrified of him because, he's not afraid to die. It's like, well, I don't think I can die. Turns out you could, but if you told him that it was real life, he wouldn't act the same
No,
way.
of
He
course
wouldn't
not.
put a man's head on a stake and lick it.
Right.
And so that's how LSU baseball is like. It just doesn't matter. None of this is real.
When you've dug the hole so deep already and you can't get any lower, you might as well try to
You
climb
might strike
out.
gold.
Yeah, you might as well try to climb out.
There's oil.
And so, look, that's the mindset that you've seen. It's not like he's saying that's what's going to happen moving forward. You've already witnessed it. I would say, even in a sweep where they get swept by Mississippi State, they played with that mindset. They score 8 runs a game. Mm-hmm. They put themselves in a really good position.
That's getting
to
your head
win
stepped
this,
in the mud.
Right. But guess what? They responded. They battled back. They're like, it can't get any worse. That's as bad as it can get, where you battle, you try, and you fail, and you get swept.
We had fun doing it.
On the road. We did.
Right. That's the same thing. Might as well just go have some fun doing it.
And so then guess what?
'Cause you
turn
have
around the
to
next
play.
weekend. And we got it. We can't cancel the games against South Carolina. We might as well go out there and
Sweep them.
see what we can do. And then you sweep them. And then you swing the bats the way you did. I mean, those first 2 innings offensively against Tulane Tuesday night
That's a
are
dangerous baseball team.
JJohnson.com. That's exactly what he wants. He wants you to get on base. Braun works he goes down to 2 strikes, works a walk, pass ball, gets to second, extra base hit. It's like that. That's exactly what he wants, and you were able to see it. And going into Athens this week, see if they can keep it rolling. Carl Dunn, Carl the Cat, $2 super chat, 2 claps, ready. Wyatt has replaced the rally possum. #rally dogs. That's what the streets are saying. I've heard it from around the town.
Meow, meow, meow.
The new rally possum is Wyatt Vaughn,
Rally-
hot dog boy.
Rally hippo.
My mom yesterday was like, it's just gotta suck that his name is Hot Dog Boy. I was like
Like my government name?
Yeah.
Like she thinks that's what's
people
on my
are
birth certificate?
recognizing you as Hot Dog Boy.
Oh, no.
But I was like, there could be worse names.
I don't know
Hot
what
Dog
else.
Boy's not
it
a bad
would-
one.
I don't know what else.
What else could you
Hot
say?
dog man or
The
hot
glizzy-
dog guy
the-
would be better, but
The
it
glizzy
doesn't.
guy, the glizzy gobbler.
It doesn't really.
I think it's a compliment. They say you look young, hot dog boy.
That
You
is
look
fair,
old,
yeah.
they'd be like, hot
I can't help it.
He's
What?
an idiot. Man.
dog man. I had to emphasize the boy.
Uh-huh.
But it's okay when more influential people. Like Will Wade walked in the other day and was
Hot
like,
dog
"Oh,
boy.
you're the hot dog guy."
We went to a
Like
meet-
that was cool. We went to a lunch yesterday. It was
Right.
like, "Oh, it's the hot dog guy."
Right.
It's awesome. Makes me feel more a part of the conversation.
There you go, 100%. Well, we appreciate your effort.
I
your
don't
hard
know
work.
what. I mean, I guess there could be like a different nickname. It's the easiest one.
Well, it's funny, in these
Hot dog-
situations,
hot dog
I
boy.
think, because I'm partly, me and Lloyd feel like,
Oh,
it's like we're,
you know why? I'm sorry.
No.
It's because it's that guy from 1961, the SEC champion. You're hot dog boy.
oh, yeah.
No, he said hot dog man.
Oh, did he?
That was the thing. He
did.
was like, "Are you the hot dog man?"
He
He said
And
hot
that's
dog
a-
man.
and
He
you
did not
appreciate
smile in that picture.
No, he didn't.
No.
We all were very excited.
It's because he didn't want y'all in the picture. He just wanted to take a picture with me.
He smiled in that one.
Wyatt,
Well, I
Miss
was-
Maureen is very worried about your health.
I appreciate that, but look, I'm
We're
very
worried
worried
about a
about
win.
this baseball team.
No, she
okay.
she said you got to keep doing it. And it's,
Of course, no, I know I have to keep. I will die of heart disease before I let this team not go to Omaha because I
100%.
stopped eating hot dogs in the
course.
middle of a hot run.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's funny. It's like when me and Lloyd are with you and, someone recognizes it, It's like you're like our special little boy. We're like, go tell him. Go talk.
That was bad. I did not like what happened at the end of Tuesday night. It was like a Make-A-Wish kid. I felt like, oh, this is Wyatt.
You're the star.
He's got 6 months to live.
Yeah, well, if you can't get hot dogs,
Well, that's true. All right.
But it's fun, and it'll continue tomorrow night. We'll be live watching LSU Georgia Game 1 in here, live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studios. And Wyatt Vaughn will be doing the 999 challenge live to keep the rally.
Can we even call it challenge at this point? Because I feel like at this, I mean, I've done it.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean,
let's just say I'm doing the 999. You know what I mean? Like a challenge
Wyatt's
implies.
he's just Wyatt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
Challenge
Wyatt.
implies I'm going to struggle with it, and there's some degree of like, he might not be able to complete
Are
it.
you going to eat before this time again?
I'll probably eat a little bit. I won't eat as
Something
much as
light.
I did.
Yeah, no
Tuesday,
tacos.
I had like tacos, chips and queso.
Oh.
I had a bag of Kit Kats after I left because
A
they had
bag?
Kit Kats. Not like a whole, like a little mini bag from
a
the gas
handful of 'em.
station.
Yeah.
Because they had Kit Kats in there and they got me fucking Kit Kat drunk. And I was
He's
like, I need more.
We were in here, and he goes, God, Kit Kats are real good, huh? I was like, they are. And then he tiptoed back in there, and he grabbed us 2 more.
Yeah.
He's like,
Well, they were in their office and phone calls. I don't know.
I couldn't stop thinking about the Kit Kats.
That's the best when you haven't had a candy in so
Of course.
long,
And you're like,
then
man,
you
that
try it
was
again. You're
good.
like, man, these these are so
they
good.
are good.
Kit Kat is underrated. Put them in the freezer.
Yeah. No,
I go
they are
fridge,
delicious.
but I respect making them cold.
Even
I
colder.
Cold
respect
things
that a
cold and
lot.
hot things hot.
In about
love that.
30 minutes, Jason Armstrong will join us to continue the baseball conversation. Before he gets in here, I just want to get everyone's mood on this weekend series. Not what you think is going to happen. That'll be for tomorrow's show. But just the mood. Like, what is your feeling, the vibe going into this weekend in Athens, LSU, Georgia, where everything's kind of front of. We'll start on the wall.
I mean, I think the vibes are as high as they can be going into a moment of this season. And like y'all kind of talked about, just like the most dangerous man in the room is the one who has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And every single one of those guys have nothing to lose. And so I think in terms of vibes, like, they just got to go out there and keep doing what they have been doing the last 5 games.
Yeah.
And I think if they do that, they're going to give themselves a chance. So I think the mentality is right back where it should be and where you would want it to be at this stage in the season, going, with a chance of making a regional, going to Hoover and all that stuff. So I think the energy in the room, the energy in the dugout is where it needs to be.
Yeah.
I think the vibes are high again. Obviously, I think the highest they were this year were after the Florida series in, what was it, Jacksonville, where they swept. I think that's due to Wyatt as well. I think Wyatt being there tonight, eating 9 hot dogs, drinking 9 beers. I think the vibes are pretty high if that's what we're looking forward to, especially with LSU baseball. Like Poggi said, they got nothing to lose. So
Yeah. Wyatt?
999.
I think the vibes are high relative to what the team is.
Yeah.
I think at this point we've kind of accepted what they are, and it like, I know the vibes seem high, but it's still kind of maybe not a long shot, but an uphill climb just to make it into the postseason. And kind of like Jay, like, I hate to make this comparison, but like when a depressed person gets really, really happy, that's not a good sign. That means it's about to end, like, because you're kind of accepting of what's about to happen. Maybe they lose. Maybe there's nothing that can happen that would make it negative. If they lose and they don't make the postseason, we've already kind of come to terms with that and accepted that. Yeah. If they keep winning, you get to extend your life a little bit. Right. Oh, you don't have 6 months to live. You've got a year. Go to Europe. Go take a trip. It doesn't matter.
And then you're also like, oh my gosh,
this is
you're
gonna
so
be good.
happy right now. Like, man, why are you so happy? And then like a couple days later, they're at the postseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Way to land that plane.
Yeah.
Lloyd?
To the towers.
All right.
Okay.
No, I think it's the vibes are where they are because of where you were.
Right.
Like you had been in such a spot of bother, and you saw that wear on not only the head coach to where his demeanor had changed to the point of like not happy.
Yeah.
And now you're seeing the shift in the lineup, the shift in the mentality, because like you said, you've kind of come to grips with what this is and what even is failure. Like, if this is already deemed a failure, then let's keep playing.
Yeah.
And let's change the narrative around it because you still have a chance. And I think that's what they've realized is not over.
Yeah.
Even though people have already written you off, it's like we still get to play baseball every single day, and let's see what happens when we keep playing. And if you're LSU, which you are, every room you walk into, people notice you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And at some point, that rubs off on you where they're like, I don't want to be in the 7th inning against LSU. Like, that's because something's going to happen. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Some magic.
There's always, like, you saw it all of, like, Arkansas. They're like, that's the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
Like, well, don't get into a close game with them because something happens. And LSU had no business winning that game.
No, there was
Arkansas,
no reason.
even Arkansas Little Rock, you're down 5-1, and
Right.
everybody's like, LSU's inevitable. And it happened again.
Yeah.
And so once you get, if you're allowed to play postseason baseball, you tell me any fan base in America that's hosting a regional and LSU shows up and they don't circle them first. Like, oh, okay.
No, I mean, I think you look at 2024, like that baseball team was not from LSU standard, a good baseball team up to LSU standard. But North Carolina circled LSU. Like the second it happened, they were like, okay, we got LSU. People are picking LSU to make it out because they're LSU. North Carolina was
Will Helmers hadn't pitched in a year.
like North Carolina was the better baseball team without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, well, you can't. It's LSU. And guess what? LSU gave them every single thing they could handle up until right till the end, and we're that close to doing it. It's because crazy things happen, and as of right now, I think.
That's all you're playing for is the dance.
That's all. Where you're at right now is you're not in. It can't get any worse than that. Like where LSU currently sits, they are not playing postseason baseball. So if they go and they lose to Georgia, they lose to Florida, guess what? You're in the same spot you are now. So you've got nothing to lose by going out there and balling. And I think that's why the vibes are high. And I think part of it is, of course, when you think about the future and what 2027 goes like from these guys, it brings a level of excitement. But at the same time, they're playing real good in 2026. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I know you brought up the other day, like, Marcos Paz, yeah, he's going to be really good when you think about 2027. Let's not forget how good it is for right now. Like, he's playing really good right now. Omar Cerna, Mason Braun, Kate Arambidi. Are they playing good for is it the ceiling high for 27? Yeah. They're also playing really good in 2026.
Stephen Milam.
Go down the list, right? William Schmidt.
You still have Curiel.
Right, like,
who's been unbelievable. Like, I think just people are kind of forgetting about the mainstays in the lineup.
Because there's the new surprise of it. Of oh, look at these guys stepping up. Mm-hmm. But Curiel's swinging the bat
Take it for granted.
And I think even you think about Tuesday night. I mean, Dardar goes 3 for 5. Mm-hmm. Pearson hits a double, right? Like,
he hit
a homer.
And he hadn't played in a month.
Right.
And so that's where the vibes are. And I think when you have the mindset that they have, and that's why I loved that answer from Coach Johnson as much as I did, because we've seen it over the last 2 weeks, and then you hear him say it, and when you really think about it moving forward, like, that is a dangerous team. Like, you can't think, if you're Georgia this weekend, you can't shrug your shoulder at that. A team with that much talent, because they have the talent, and it's got nothing to lose. Reckless abandon, swing the bat, see what happens. If you make a mistake, screw it, keep playing. Mm-hmm. And so I think there's an excitement going into this weekend because you can't really feel much worse than you've already felt. Like, really, if it goes bad and you get swept or you lose 2 out of 3, it's just...
Well, and you get to go play in a fun ballpark.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe you get to hit a bunch of homers.
I can't believe they went full turf.
I know.
You're in the same state as Augusta National and you can't find grass? That's an embarrassment.
Well, no, you need that turf.
Athens has as much money as anybody.
Right.
And it's just a beautiful... They got a full grass football field. I don't know. It's just embarrassing.
Yeah.
They don't even have dirt.
Turf's the
right.
worst.
Well, and
yeah, well, yeah, it's putting you out of a job, Poach.
And so I think this weekend, look, you don't want to ride too high after this past weekend because you were markedly better than the South Carolina team that you beat. But at the same time, if you lose this weekend,
Why
so be it.
Stop eating hot dogs.
What is it, Matt? Like, That's the biggest thing that changes. Is why does it stop eating hot dogs? Outside of that, you're in the same spot you've been in.
Oh, I get to go back on the cut. Yay. So fucking excited.
And so I think it's an exciting
what if they're
weekend.
Like, we could kill this kid if we keep winning.
I don't know if that's what
Kill me.
Yeah, no.
Kill me.
I think that's an exciting way to look at it.
My cross to bear, put it on my tombstone.
If we keep winning, this guy, we could technically end him.
Rally hot dog boy for the 2026 LSU National Championship baseball team.
There you go. That's quite the trade-off.
Mm-hmm. What year were you born?
2001.
2001 to 2026. Hot dog boy.
Hot dog boy.
I would like
national champion.
Can I watch the football season before I go?
No, yeah, hot dogs though.
I don't know.
But it's going to be, and Fonz makes a good point, the lefties are going to be the ones that carry the team this weekend. No, I mean, I think
Dardar's going to play.
Why do you see
Kate Aaron hits a lot of opposite field.
Dardar getting back into the lineup, right? Back in the mix, because guess what? If there's a weekend for Dardar to be in the lineup and to be able to do what he does, because, look, he was able to hit some through the other side this past week. Our guy swings for the fences. Mm-hmm. Pull side. Homer.
Was it Pearson that went deep before him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay
popped up straight up right after.
Well, Jay was literally having a conversation before that at bat with Pearson and Dardar, and he is literally, you could see his hand. He's like telling him to work the other way. Pearson hits a laser over for Ulmer, and everybody goes, well, Dardar loves to go back to back. He forgot everything that the coach said.
And then popped up.
Yeah.
Because,
so he wants to go. He wants to go
yard. Both of them. Those two.
They both need to jog.
Yes. And they are hurting.
Yes, so it just makes it easier.
But yeah, I mean, Aaron Beatty being able to go opposite side. Mason Braun crushed one pool side this past weekend.
Jack Ruckert, he's going to hit one.
I told you. I called it on Monday. Ruckert is going to find his way out because they've been close.
Mm-hmm.
Warning track.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting going into this weekend because you got nothing to lose. It can't get much worse than it's been. You can only go up from here. So go play baseball and have fun. Like I said, we will be live tomorrow night, watch party in game number 1, LSU versus Georgia. And in about 20 minutes, we'll continue the baseball conversation with Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball. Yesterday, Paul Finebaum was on Crane and Company?
I think so.
On 3, where they're brought to you by On 3, and he was talking about overrated head coaches was the question. And, of course, there were a couple of names that were thrown around. Crane and Cone is the show. There were a couple of names that were thrown around when they were talking about coaches. You know, they brought up Sark. They brought, I think DeBoer's name came up, and, of course, Finebaum ended up saying at one point, well, a lot of the guys I would have brought up got fired. Crew of Kelly, perhaps. Shout out to Lloyd's Mardi Gras beats.
Oh, you mean Claude Kelly?
And then, of course, finally, they get to the name I think everyone was waiting on. The most talked about coach in college football. They do bring up LSU's head football coach, Lane Kiffin. We'll play the clip of Finebaum talking to Crane and Cone via On 3. And the word overrated being associated with LSU's head coach. So, look, I think it can get blown a little bit out of proportion because it wasn't like a straight up, he is overrated. But they've set the precedent of here's what's expected if it doesn't happen. He's not that good of a coach. So here's Paul Finebaum talking about overrated head coaches in college football.
And I think that really should matter. I think that that's a pretty big thing to accomplish. I'm going through. Unfortunately, most of the names that I would have given you have been fired already. The most intriguing name on whether he's overrated or not is Lane Kiffin. And I think a year from today, if you have me back and Lane Kiffin has not made the playoffs, I would put him at the top of the list because it's so hard to give him total credit for what happened last year because he did not do the most important thing on the Ole Miss schedule. He didn't win those playoff games. He didn't beat Georgia. Now, he beat Georgia 2 years ago at home, but I am somewhat underwhelmed by Lane Kiffin's overall record against top 10 teams.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big.
Yeah, I agree with Paul. 1 year, we know so much more 1 year from now.
And I don't entirely disagree with that point. This first season, a year from now, you will learn a lot. But to me, right, there are so many aspects of being a good head football coach. And, of course, ultimately it comes down to wins and losses. But the last thing you saw from Lane Kiffin as a head coach was an 11-1 record in a regular season, right? And to me, as much as, yes, Ole Miss won those 2 college football playoff games without Lane Kiffin as the head coach, even though it was Lane Kiffin's team, the biggest success for Ole Miss, it was a success for Ole Miss before those 2 games even happened. Like, even just winning just the Tulane game and losing to Georgia would have been a success for Ole Miss, and he did the hard part of putting together the 11-1 season and getting them in the dance. And then he's turned that into, now he's in Baton Rouge, and he's dominated the offseason. Recruiting 5 stars. Number 1 portal class. What'd they say, $4 million for Jordan Seaton?
Yeah.
And the majority of people look at it and go, money well spent. Because he's a top 10 pick projected right now at left tackle. And so I get it. Like, I do understand the mindset of, well, if he doesn't perform this year with this team, he's overrated. I understand that perspective and that storyline is going to be prominent. But to look at what's transpired over the last 365 days and look at that man and call him overrated or on the edge of being overrated right now, I think is a little exaggerative.
Do you think it's the same conversation if he's not at LSU? If he stayed at Ole Miss?
No. Because you don't disrespect last season with Ole Miss. Mm-hmm. Because now you have a reason to go, well, he didn't really do it, right? Because you forget about the regular season where they beat a top 3 LSU team at home. Where regardless of how good that LSU team ended up being, they grinded it out against LSU, who they beat them 24-19. LSU was number 3 and undefeated going into that game. Nobody had scored over 17 points at that point? Mm-hmm. And they scored 24. They do enough. They win it at home against a top 3 LSU team. That Oklahoma game later on in the year.
Playoff team.
No, that is Lane Kiffin loses that every time because of all the speculation, all the conversation, all the distraction. And then you go, they went on the road and won that game?
At Oklahoma, yeah.
And then the one loss they had was to Georgia in a game that they were all the way in. Like, they were a couple of plays away from an undefeated season, but you forget about all that because he took the job promotion and goes to LSU and was forced out. And I think everyone in here can safely would agree they 1,000% beat Tulane regardless of who the head coach is.
I could have won that game.
I mean, it doesn't matter who the head coach is in that game. That's no disrespect to Tulane, but it's just 2 different levels of the sport. And so the conversation is, well, in the regular season they lost to Georgia, in the postseason they beat Georgia. And so I get it. Like, I understand that there can be this recency bias or what's the last thing you remember, and you don't remember Lane Kiffin being in Oxford for those 2 games. But they're not in that position if he's not the coach and he doesn't put the roster together, handle it the way he does, and take them on an 11-1, very, very close to 12-0 season. Mm-hmm. And then he's turned that into getting to Baton Rouge and, dominating the offseason, number 1 portal class, the number 1 player in high school recruiting, the number 1 defensive lineman in high school recruiting. And a part of that portal class, 2 of the best defensive players from that team who promoted the defensive coordinator, right? They promoted Pete Golding from DC to head coach, and Lane took the 2 best defensive players. The leading tackler and the sack leader are now at LSU. And when you look at the offensive side of the ball, that whole staff from a very good offense last year for Ole Miss followed him over. That's Lane Kiffin. Like that's part of being a head coach, right? Putting a staff together. So I get it. The conversations we have a year from now, next May, will be different than the conversations we're having right now. And very well, could the conversation of him being overrated be sparked back up if they don't do what they should do with the money invested, right? Because I think part of Paul's point is, well, you invest $40+ million, you better make it happen, right? Mm-hmm. And I think everyone agrees with that. Like when you invest what's been invested, it's not a year zero, it's not a building block year. It's a go perform.
It certainly shifted the expectations because of and that's what I think is interesting, like the numbers being, I guess, quote unquote, leaked as to, because we've seen how this works where there's numbers reported on players.
Right.
Certainly with college like basketball, it's like that's just not the case. That's
yes, $7 million for Niang.
Like that's what I'm saying. We can't really.
We don't know.
It's all speculative,
right?
Mm-hmm. But I do think that shifts the narrative around Lane Kiffin immediately because, like, oh well, they did spend.
Yeah,
that's not up for debate. Like what they spent, we'll never really know.
Right.
But if you look at it in a vacuum of first-year LSU head coach, your expectations should not be national championship. It's like that's the old way of thinking, right? Like it's his first year here.
Right.
LSU was not good last year.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you start to dig a little bit deeper, it's Lane Kiffin comes with that. It's, well, you spent $50 million on the roster. You got Blake Baker back. You have a defense that was already very good that does have returning pieces. And you can kind of convince yourself that anything but a playoff run or national championship that would make Lane Kiffin overrated if he doesn't achieve those things because of the way the narrative has already been pushed. And he's not running from it, but no. I do think that it's interesting in comparison to if he did the exact same, if he had done the same thing at Ole Miss last year and returns to Ole Miss, I don't think he's deemed as overrated at any
It's an
juncture.
overarching success.
You just become like the LeBron James, Kevin Durant, like when do you get a title?
Right.
Like that's the conversation. So it's not overrated. It's like, what's your legacy?
Well, and I think when you talk about this upcoming season where LSU has gone all in clearly on Lane Kiffin, I think part of the subtext around him being overrated is that the closest test case to this in Lane Kiffin's career is not this past season with Ole Miss. It's the season before
right.
in 2024 where they did go all in. They had probably a top 5, 8 roster in the sport, and they did have a disappointing season from that standpoint because you lost a game to a Kentucky team that you had no business losing to. Yep. You came into Baton Rouge and lost a game you had no business losing to. You went to Gainesville and lost to a DJ Lagway on one leg who's now at Baylor. 3 games you had no business losing. They did that. So as much as last season was impressive for Lane Kiffin, 2024 was just as big of a disappointment.
Yeah.
So there is a case to be made. I don't think Finebaum's way off his rocker for saying that you could consider Lane Kiffin overrated, especially when you talk about if he does disappoint going into this season, right? The problem I have, I don't like when people talk about he gets decredited for Ole Miss winning games in the playoff. Right. If anything, that's a credit to the staff and the culture and the foundation that he built at Ole Miss, that even without him there, they could steady that ship with him gone and go and beat Tulane, who they would have beaten anyway, but then go and beat a really good Georgia team that they could have beaten in the regular season. Mm-hmm. And when you look at that game they lost in the regular season, why'd they lose that game? Well, it's because your new head coach's defense gave up 43 points.
Right.
They gave up
to Gunner.
Well, Gunner's pretty good now, but still, like, he's not Trinidad Chambliss. It's not Arch Manning.
No,
you know what I mean?
But that's what I think the biggest difference was. You saw Trinidad become like
he took
a different he took another step. He was already very good, and then in the playoff he put the team on his back.
Right.
And it was He played the best game of his life.
Of course.
He was unreal.
The best game of college football by a singular player was Trinidad Chambliss against Georgia. Like, he
100%.
beat Georgia.
100%.
When you're that type of player
and
you have that type of game, your quarterback you're going to win. It's Cam Newton against LSU. Like, you're the best player here right now. I don't expect that every time, but you announced yourself in the sport that night. That's why, like, if the Heisman voting is different or at a different time, and I think it was just in an odd place. If you watch that game, you go, he's the best player in college football.
I think this conversation going into this football season, like
it depends. Like they need him to play like that every week,
right? And my thing when I look at it from a head coaching standpoint, wins and losses are the ultimate judge, but there are so many aspects of it, right? Who do you bring in, especially now in this new age of the sport? Who do you identify as your general manager? Who do you trust with your play calling? Who do you bring in all these different spots? And so much of the good for Ole Miss last season, the 11-1 season and the playoff wins, are solely associated with Lane Kiffin and now associated with LSU. Because who called the plays against Georgia? LSU's offensive coordinator. And if you want to say Lane didn't identify Trinidad Chambliss, okay, well then who did? Billy Glasscock and Charlie Weiss, LSU's general manager and LSU's offensive coordinator. And so all of those things play a factor in being a head football coach. Wins and losses the ultimate judge. I think what you see this football season coming up is going to be the ultimate judge of what the conversation is a year from now. Because I do think, like I said, we were talking to Will Wade right here 2 days ago, and he brought up the NC State fan base. And he was like, look, they're going to feel strongly about this. They're going to be upset because they're a great fan base. There's two sides of the coin. You want the love, you got to also be able to deal with the hate because those two emotions are very, very close to each other, and they're very, very strong when you're an invested fan base. The LSU fan base is very similar. And as of right now, the fan base is all in. They love you. When the losses start to happen, it can flip like that. And so what happens in the season will be the ultimate judge of where it's at. But to discredit the man from the Ole Miss stuff last season and not include that, because to me, that's the ultimate representation of the growth. From 24 to 25, you saw growth as a head football coach for Lane Kiffin. Games that he dropped in 24. He didn't allow his team to drop in 25. It didn't happen. Very easily in 2025, could they have dropped the LSU game, the Florida game, the Oklahoma game, right? The Florida game, the two fan bases are chanting back and forth, we want Lane. All those distractions, and guess what? They didn't lose them. The growth you saw from Lane Kiffin from 24 to 25 is the reason why he's at LSU now. It's the reason why you can take that swing and take that risk, because he showed you a step forward. And so far at LSU, all he's done is prove you right. And the storyline, the conversation can change. They're very right. A year from now, it can be very, very different.
Who isn't overrated as a head coach?
Right now, that's a good question. Right now in college football,
Signetti and Kirby Smart, I would say, are not.
I would say that is.
I don't think Sark is. I think he's wrong about DeBoer. I think DeBoer is overrated.
And a bad fit.
Yeah.
I think he is right about that part, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think the Sark conversation is intriguing. I would say he isn't, but at the same time, I liked the point
if he doesn't win a national championship this year, he will be.
I liked the point that Jake made of, right, well, you keep getting there, right? When are you going to do it? When are you going to win the whole thing? Because I think so far in his time at Texas, he makes the college football playoff. When they're in the Big 12, they go to the SEC, they make the SEC championship, and they make the playoff. They win a playoff game. They end up losing to the eventual national champions. And so I think as of right now, I wouldn't say he's overrated. But depending how this year goes, where you have Arch Manning, you've invested a lot of money in all these different places, Cam Coleman, Colin Simmons.
No, he'll get crushed.
You got to step up. You got to perform.
Like if you
and he's a step further than where Lane's at. Because for Lane, it's get in. For Sark now, it's you got to bring home a ring.
You wasted Arch Manning.
You got to bring a ring home, cuz you got no choice. So I don't think I think those are the three right now. I would say Kirby Smart with that 1,000%. He is he's the best coach in the sport, and I think the way the sport has changed has affected his ability to be effective. But I think he's young enough and smart enough to be able to, pun intended, Kirby Smart, to learn with the times, grow, and still be able to be what he has been, where he's consistently in the mix. Signetti, also not overrated, just won a national championship in the new era of the way the sport works. And it's kind of the blueprint for how to do it, right? You go get older players. You
Ryan Day.
I was about to say him, yeah.
Overrated.
I think slightly
His ring saves
overrated.
him, but
The ring does save him, but
I mean,
What-
was that
his
ring
ring-
really
I don't know.
him though?
The
He's
nipple
overrated.
ring?
fair enough.
It's hard to do overrated, underrated because it's like, well, where are you rating him at? Like, where would you put him in terms of
Ryan
why I
Day is
asked.
considered
a
top
college
3
football?
coach
Like,
now.
I wouldn't consider him a top 3 coach.
No, but that's what I'm telling you. He is considered a top.
I don't
3 coach
think
in college
I
football.
don't think he is.
He won a national championship 2 years ago.
Right, and I'm telling you, I don't think the general consensus in college football is that he's a top 3 coach. I think it's Kirby Smart and Signetti, and then I think there's a lot of consternation over who goes number 3. But I think the majority of people wouldn't put Ryan Day there. I think there's a lot of people who would put Sark ahead of Ryan Day.
I would agree with that. I think the Ryan Day
Dan
part
Lanning.
is very interesting.
Right.
For Ryan Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think those are the interesting conversations because what has Dan Lanning done?
Right.
Take your shirt off.
He's recruited extremely well, and they've had really good regular seasons. But 2 years ago in the playoff, they get throttled by
By?
Ohio State, right? This past playoff, they
Get throttled.
grind one out against Texas Tech in what was an ugly
Bad
football game, and then they get throttled. Like, then they get dominated.
Lincoln Riley was in this conversation not too long ago. He feels a lot like Lane Kiffin in the sense that high-flying offense, snakes Oklahoma, goes to
Right.
USC, kind of feels like a lateral move, but you know it's not. And, like, he goes
No,
there and
he's
it's like,
overrated.
if it were to go bad for Lane Kiffin, I feel like it would kind of look like what USC looks like now.
I could say this is there. I see the similarities.
Absolutely.
I think Lincoln Riley now is, like you're saying, is like he is overrated.
I don't think he.
I don't think he's rated anymore.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, I don't even think
No.
he's even a part of the conversation anymore.
No, I think that's what happens when you end up at USC and you don't have the fucking gusto to try to make it something, and you're just like, oh, I'm the head coach of USC. I
Right.
kick the media out. Look, there's one blueprint for USC. It's what Pete Carroll did. You have
Right.
to absolutely
Right.
be a superstar.
Yeah.
And you have to run with what California is, what Hollywood is, and you can't just be like, ho hum, I go about my day. If you criticize me, I'm kicking you out. Like, you can't pretend you're an SEC ball coach and be at USC.
Yeah.
He is. They're going to be kind of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's scared of you
Yeah.
because nobody's scared of the head coach.
I don't even think Oklahoma to USC is that big of a jump.
not
Like,
a-
I
it's
think
not a
that's
promotion.
I think that is a lateral move.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're kind of similar in the fact that
I'd
you
rather be
used
at
to be.
Oklahoma if you want to compete.
I would rather be at Oklahoma because
it was
one's in the SEC, one's in the Big Ten, so you can call that a push. But I think they're both now second fiddle to their biggest rivals, USC to Oregon on the West Coast, Oklahoma to Texas in the SEC. But Oklahoma cares about football. They have a fan base that is passionate.
Right.
USC could not give a single fuck about sports. Their fan base, at least. They have NIL money, all that. That's great. But you can't compete with Oregon in terms of NIL money. I would rather be at Oklahoma, if I'm going to be
No, I
completely
agree.
honest.
I think it was a step backwards. But I think the overrated term to that point is a very interesting conversation because
Right.
it is genuinely, okay, what coach isn't? And you can name at the most 4 that aren't.
And it's funny.
And Sark is teetering on the edge. And Ryan Day just barely got in. Right? There's 2 that are safe without a doubt, and that's Smart and Signetti.
Mm-hmm.
Sark is teetering, where it's like, well, if he doesn't do it this year, well, then you can have – he's not in that group. And Ryan Day was very much probably the most overrated head coach until he got the ring. And credit to him, he got the ring. They were able to put the roster together. They were the best roster by far when they won in 24. And so when you talk about Lane Kiffin, you see what it takes to get in the not overrated camp. You got to be Signetti or Kirby Smart. But I do think if Lane Kiffin is at Ole Miss right now, this conversation isn't happening.
Right.
Even if they don't beat Georgia in the college football playoff. If literally he stays at Ole Miss, they win the Tulane game, and then they lose in the Sugar Bowl, you're looking at Lane Kiffin and you're going, wow, what an impressive season, a successful season, something that's never been done before. Flowers to him. He's in the perfect right spot, moving at the perfect time. And they're steadily growing. That's the conversation. But instead, he takes the job promotion in a place where you can win a national championship, has a successful offseason, and the pressure is now on. But the problem is, don't discredit him for that when you would credit him if he was still wearing those colors. We're going to continue the LSU baseball conversation after a quick break. We appreciate our friends over at AJ Sports Cards. Don't forget about AJ Sports Cards. They bring you our show every single day. 3348 Drusilla Lane is the address. At AJ Sports Cards, 225BR is the Instagram username. AJ Sports Cards is their name on Facebook. Give them a follow. Stay up to date, everything they've got going on. We swung by on Saturday before the LSU baseball doubleheader to check out the AJ Sports Card Show, and it was awesome. It's a great location at Elite Football Academy. But you just walk around. You can talk to the people, check out all the cool merchandise. They have great events. I know they will have one again in December. But stay up to date, everything they've got going on over there at their social media. AJ Sports Cards brings you our show every day. We'll take a quick break here, come back with Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball to talk LSU Baseball right after this.
Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle.
Check, check. You got me? Hello? Hello? No, see, it's not coming through.
All right, welcome back here as we open up hour number 2 on this Thursday morning. Sorry about the extended break there. We're having some dongle issues here on the show. And so we're going to have Jason Armstrong join us via Zoom this morning instead of a phone call because of the technical difficulties.
It might
we're
be
get that taken care of.
RIP to the dongle. That's two in a row.
Yeah, I know. It might be the time.
And I tried a different
but I tell you
phone.
what, the dongle has treated us very well for a long time, and it might be just time to move on to a new one, and that's okay.
We'll put it on the wall.
We will. We'll remember it forever. But that's just some technical difficulties, but we appreciate y'all sticking around, and we will have Jason Armstrong join us in just a second via Zoom. He'll get in here and talk LSU baseball, see what he thinks coming out of last weekend, as well as the win over Tulane in the midweek. And then, of course, get you ready for LSU versus Georgia in Athens this weekend, where the Tigers take on the Bulldogs, and maybe get some revenge for the softball team. I flicked on the softball game last night, SEC tournament, and they lose.
They did?
To Georgia in the SEC tournament last night. Bats just could not get going. They were one hit through 6 innings, and that one hit was a 2-run homer, so it kept him in the game. But Georgia ends up hitting a home run to go ahead, I think 5-2, and ultimately LSU was finally able to get a couple of hits back-to-back, score a run in the bottom of the 7th, but then they have strikeout, fly out, which is a great play by the center fielder, and then another strikeout. Just not able to do it offensively in that game. So there's one win for the Bulldogs over the Tigers this week, but hopefully LSU baseball can bounce them back, get some revenge, and get a win over Georgia this weekend. Because, look, this is what's exciting about it. Not that LSU's the better baseball team than Georgia, because I think if we went around the room, everyone would agree Georgia's the better baseball team than LSU. But that doesn't mean LSU's a bad baseball team, because they're not. But what it comes down to ultimately is LSU's going in there guns a-blazing with nothing to lose. See if you can make something happen. It will be an upset. Like, us feeling positive is not because we think LSU's the better baseball team is going to go in there and take care of business and dominate. Georgia's the better baseball team. If LSU does it, it's an upset. But you've seen crazier things happen. And when you get sparked by a rally like a possum or a gentleman eating hot dogs, that's just LSU baseball in May. It's just how it goes. Seen it so many times. And we'll be live here tomorrow watching it happen. What the Tigers can get going against the Bulldogs this weekend. Because it's not over if they lose the series but win a game. It's not over, so to speak. It would put more pressure on Florida, but it's not over. But you would like to see two
What's
out
the
of
Cat Williams clip? They might be a better team. They might be better than us. But get up on the line, boy.
There you go. We're going to continue the LSU baseball conversation here with Jason Armstrong, who covers the Tigers for Inside LSU Baseball. Great stuff last week as we got you ready for the South Carolina series and talked a little bit about the future as well. And then the Tigers go and sweep the week and win the midweek this week. So a 5-win streak for the Tigers right now as we continue the conversation. Jason, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Oh, we're just we're hanging out over here, eating some hot dogs and trying to watch LSU win. How are you?
I'm doing good. I tell you what, I think it's become a little bit more fun to be an LSU baseball fan over the last nine games. Maybe not so much those 3 at Mississippi State, but you know, all in all, man, I think it's everybody's doing a little bit better right now.
That was going to be my first question to you before we get into all the ins and outs of this past weekend as well as this coming weekend. You've been a part of baseball teams, just been a part of teams in general. Can you see the difference in the vibe and the energy that they're playing with right now, whether it's the dugout, whether it's when they're up and they're playing, just the vibes around this team? What do you see with this LSU baseball program?
You know, I don't know. I see them playing better, you know, and Jay's tone is different. He seems more optimistic, happier. You know, whether they're – I think that confidence is huge in baseball, and so I would say just based on like the way they're performing, I think there's definitely some confidence that they're feeling, and it's kind of showing through on the field. So yeah, I mean, it feels different. I don't know enough to say that they didn't have that before. But I mean, it told me a lot, just the way that they went in the Mississippi State battle, even though they got swept. I think that was a big deal. And so now they're a team that's playing with, what looks to be an attitude that they can score on you, and they can be competitive regardless of who the opponent is.
And I thought Jay Johnson's answer in yesterday's press conference, I'm not sure if you saw it, but talking about how they've been shot in the arm and drugged through the mud and the whole thing, and they've been able to, where now they're that soldier, the most dangerous soldier is the one that's not afraid to die. And right now they have nothing to lose going into it. What does that mindset mean to you for an LSU baseball team headed into this weekend, and kind of the way you've seen them perform over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I don't know, man, because I tried to go with that. I told you a couple of weeks ago, LSU can't hurt me. I don't have any expectations. I'm just this and that. And then you start getting leads against Mississippi State, and I'm about to have a panic attack. And I took the loss just as hard as I would, against Vanderbilt. So I don't know. I think these guys are starting to believe. And so, yeah, in one respect, I think it's maybe nobody has high hopes or big expectations, but I also think that they understand, right now, these are all playoff games. Right. And so I don't know that they're just going, if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. I mean, I don't know about that. But yeah, so it's I don't know. That's kind of a weird thing, because what goes on in their heads, nobody can really know that. So, but they're certainly understand the moment, and they're playing their best ball.
And then this past weekend against South Carolina, we'll start with the pitching, the starting pitching to me, because when we talked about the game on Friday, we obviously spoke to you on Thursday. We talked about on Friday when they were planning to move it to a doubleheader. The question was, is the doubleheader an advantage or a disadvantage for LSU? And to me, I looked at it and I was like, well, that depends what you get out of William Schmidt and Marcos Paz going into that game, because they're going to have to extend, because you're already at a disadvantage when it comes to how many arms do you have. And it feels like there's a limited number of guys they truly trust. And then they go out there and they only throw 4 guys in those 2 games on Saturday, and they were able to pitch it extremely well. Schmidt and Paz both extend, and then Sheeran and Fontenot were able to come into the games and close it out where they only have to use 4 guys. What were your thoughts in the starting pitching on that day? And then, of course, Zach Cowan on Sunday.
Yeah, I thought it was great. There's only been 4 – I always talk about this, is how important it is to have a 1-2 punch. I know everybody loves the weekend rotation, projections, and all that stuff. And that's nice. That's in a perfect world, that's ideal. But tell me the last time that since Jay Johnson's been at LSU that we had a solid, game 3 starter. We just don't. So, but it's vital to have a 1-2 punch, and you've had that every year. And it's not so much about are those 2 pitchers, are they always going to, throw, give up 1 run and get 10 strikeouts? It's about counting on them to give you length. And that's something that we have missed this year, is knowing that your Friday and your Saturday guy are going to go out there and give you 11 innings combined, And this year, if it's been a different mix of who's in the Friday and Saturday role, but if you just take that slot, there's only been 4 times in the 8 conference weekends where your game 1 and game 2 starter went 11 innings combined, and you won 3 of those series. The only one you lost was against, I believe it was Oklahoma. And you were right there in the game, and you lost a 1-run game and a 2-run game to lose that series. But so when LSU's first 2 starters of the weekend can give you 11 innings, they're winning the series. And it's not so much about because in 2 of those you didn't win both of those games. I mean, if you remember, you dropped game 1 against Kentucky and game 2 against Tennessee. but you won the series because your first two starters gave you length and it didn't put so much pressure on the back end. So I thought that was really important. I thought that was great. And then Cowan, which again, I say it all the time, I'm not a big fan of like our relievers starting games, but in that situation, that was fine because he hadn't pitched and you didn't need him. And so, I thought that you don't get many weekends like that where all three starters give you at least 5 innings and 2 of them give you 6. So it was refreshing. And I will say, I know a lot of people are going to talk about, well, it was South Carolina. And I get that. And I think some of that's true because that's not a good offense. But still, to go out there and to throw strikes and to make sure that you can get into the later innings by mixing up your pitches was important. And it was something to build on. And that's what this team needs. They need confidence. They need to start believing. And so the starting pitching absolutely set the tone for the weekend.
And then on the flip side, the offense, and this will go into coming off of a Mississippi State weekend where you swung it extremely well, the midweek win, then against Southeastern, you swung it well, and then over the weekend against South Carolina, and again on Tuesday. I thought Tuesday, those first 2 innings, and Jay talked about it, that is what Jay Johnson expects, right? I mean, you get on bait, like Braun starts it off, he has 2 strikes, he works a walk, pass ball, he's able to get to second, and they drive him in. Extra base hits, they're able to hit doubles. They swung it around, Aaron Beatty hits a homer. They were able to swing the bat and be effective offensively. What have you seen from the offense over the last couple of weekends that's allowed them to have the confidence that they're going to be able to score runs with anybody?
Yeah, man, it's been a lot, and I'm with you. Those first 2 innings had me going on Twitter making predictions with winning a regional and stuff, Since this is the thing that I really like the most is that when this started, you were coming off being swept by A&M, and it was a terrible weekend. All right, that followed up the Ole Miss weekend. You just find out you lost Jake Brown for the season. So your leading, power hitter, he's gone for the season. You're swept. Your chances going forward are just, there is really no path forward at that point. And in the 9 games since, LSU's hitting .313 as a team. So 9 games, 23 doubles, 14 homers. You're scoring 8.7 runs per game. And it just looks like a different team. And listen, I know that people are going to say South Carolina this. South Carolina is a middle-of-the-pack team or better in most pitching categories. They're on a good team, but Amp Phillips and Brandon Stone have given SEC hitters a tough time. Yeah. And that same South Carolina team held Florida, Arkansas, Texas, and Missouri all under 5 runs 2 of the 3 games they played. And they even held Georgia and Mississippi State under 6 runs in 2 of the 3 games they played. LSU is the only team to score 6 or more runs in all 3 games versus South Carolina this year. So I know they're not a great team, but you still had just an incredible approach. And so I don't think it's just the fact that like you're scoring and you're getting hits. To me, it's the way that they're doing it is so promising. The way Aaron Beatty's hitting the ball to all fields. You throw him a fastball, over the center field fence. You throw him a breaking ball, he can go backside. It's a line drive, over the second baseman's head. Braun walks constantly, or he can hit a liner over the third baseman's head. William Patrick, he's doing a great job of taking what they give him. Ruckert's like my favorite in the world right now. I love Jack Ruckert. I love the way he pulls the ball in the air. He hits more line drives than anybody right now. I mean, Milo, Dardar's back, Pearson, Reed. I didn't even mention Curiel. So it's just the way that the offense looks. And we all remember those weekends where you're playing Dartmouth and Northeast, and it's like, what is going on? Right. Why is it 1-1 in the 4th inning right now? And so we've been through that, and this is kind of what we always expected. Doesn't make it any less impressive right now, but I just think that this offense is really clicking, and it is so balanced. It's all throughout. I don't think you have, a period, like a point in the lineup where you're like, okay, well, that's too pretty much auto outs. The way he's mixing it up is just everything's working, and I think that makes LSU dangerous right now.
And I want to single out one bat. I want to talk about Cade Arambidi because he explodes in the weekend in Knoxville, and you thought, I mean, surely he's going to cool off, right? And then he just hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just continued to swing it extremely well. What have you seen from LSU's catcher or DH/catcher Cade Arambidi and the way he's been able to be so effective?
Yeah, that's what I just mentioned. A lot of times you have a guy who's like, hey, he's good against, velocity, or maybe, velocity, he maybe it's the spin he's not good at, or maybe he can't hit this pitch. He's doing it against whatever right there. Like, so velocity, he's fine. He can foul it off if he wasn't ready for it. If you hang something, he's on it. If you bounce something, he's disciplined enough to take it. Now, he struck out a couple of times the other night, I think. But he's mixing good at bats in, and that's what's so amazing to me. It's like it wasn't like a fluke. He's so he just looks so good and so comfortable up there, and then he's got the pop to be able to send it over the fence. And so, but again, he can go to the opposite side. He can pull it. He can do a lot of things up there, and that's really, really impressive. And it's really turned this team around, having that bat, because it felt like for a while it was like just Curiel. Right. That's the guy you had. Now you have a couple, and then you mix Cerna into that, and so these guys are going to get more pitches to hit. Teams can't just pitch around Curiel. All right, so you got more to deal with now. So yeah, he's been phenomenal, man. Really excited to have him back again next year.
And then when you look towards this weekend, I mean, how can you not be excited? Wins and losses aside, but just from an offensive output standpoint, the way they've been swinging the bat so effectively, and then you're going into Athens where it's a hitter's ballpark, and you would assume they're going to be able to be extremely effective in that ballpark from an offensive standpoint.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I mean, Georgia's a football school, okay? We're the baseball school.
There you go.
I know they're having a good year and all that good stuff. No, I'm just playing. They're a good team. They're a good team, but you're right. I like what our offense is doing right now. And if you look at this thing and go, okay, LSU's got to win 4 games to get it. Does it look unlikely? Sure. But it's also very unlikely that LSU would have won, their last 5 games with all the freshmen playing. You're missing your ace. So this was unlikely. But what they've done is gotten us to a point where we're like kind of back in the game.
Right.
So that's very exciting. And I've been kind of talking about this a lot, is that I don't look at this as, hey, you got to go win the series at Georgia and then you got to beat Florida. How likely is that to get it, to be back in the picture where you don't have to win the conference tournament, Hoover? But I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, dude, if you can win Friday, just find a way to win Friday, and this thing gets real interesting really, really fast. Because if you can go and win Friday, and that's not off the table.
Right.
I mean, we're LSU. We got William Schmidt.
Yeah.
He's going to be a first rounder next year. All right. We've got an offense that's killing whoever you throw up there on the mound. And our defense is playing better, and we're confident. And we're going in there to play a Georgia team that's got pretty much everything wrapped up. They're still going to be wanting to beat us. No, I'm not denying that. But if you can go in there and find a way to win game 1 with your stud pitcher on the mound and all your bullpen arms rested, then you get yourself to where it doesn't look like, hey, we got to win the next 2 series. It's, hey, if you can win one of the next 2, one of Saturday and Sunday, you then get to go home and play play Florida, and it's basically win and you're in. That's what's on the line here. So if LSU goes Friday night and they lose, do they still have a chance? Yeah, that path is still there, but I think it's a lot less likely to reel off 2 straight wins and then go. Right. I think if you can win Friday I think everybody's going to sit up in their chair a little bit and go, okay, maybe the hot dogs are it's a real thing.
Right. No, and my next question to you, there he
eating
is.
right
He's
now.
eating right now.
Yes, indeed. Never stop.
But my next question to you, I mean, we talk about it being a hitter's ballpark and how good Georgia's been offensively. How can LSU's pitching attack this Georgia lineup and be successful?
I mean, look, they're good. They have a lot of depth. That's the thing is they have a lot of. They very rarely are going to just roll out the same starting 9, and so I don't really have an answer. Like, hey, they're not good against this, or they're not that. This is what they don't do. But they're a bunch of college players, okay? And I still, outside of Jackson, the catcher / DH, these aren't like a bunch of future first-round draft pick Major League Baseball play. Like, this is a group of veteran, experienced guys that are good, they're having good years, all right? And they're hitting in a very hitter-friendly ballpark. But they're human, all right? Are they good? Yeah, they're very good, but they're also playing with a lot of confidence. I mean, I watched Missouri's Friday night starter last week just shove it, for like the first 6 or 7 innings against them. And so, they're a good team. They're a good offense. I think the key is just keeping the ball down. If you start looking at like the 2 pitching staffs, they're very similar. Our pitching staff and theirs are very similar, which might surprise you because they're like the first place team in the conference. But from just like you go by stats or even the makeup, having the 2 starters and then a couple of good relievers, it's just very similar in that respect. So you're going to have to keep the ball down. William Schmidt's given up, I think, 9 home runs this year, and 8 of them have been in conference. And so you got to try to keep the ball down. They're going to get some homers. I think that this weekend, it's not one of those weekends where I'm like, you can't walk anybody. A walk's terrible. I know you never want to do that, but I'm fine with like walking a guy rather than throwing a 3-1 fastball at his letters and then he hits a 3-run homer, because those are hard to overcome. So you just got to keep the ball down and just pitch. I mean, you got good pitchers. You got guys that are going to play professionally. And here's the thing, I say it all the time. I'm not looking at this as a 3-game thing. First of all, it starts Friday night.
Right.
So how do you get a win Friday? But you're trying to win 2 games. You mean to tell me that with William Schmidt and Devin Sheeran and Zach Collin, you can't muster a win on Friday and then turn around with one of the nastiest arms in the SEC, and Marcos Paz, who's given up 3 hits over the last 33 SEC batters he's faced, and then run your other bullpen arms out there. I mean, we'll figure that out when we get there. But again, it's just going out there Friday night, and you've got everything in front of you. You got everybody rested. And William Schmidt's a good arm to have. I know he hasn't had the best year. I do think one other thing. I know probably the most common thought is like, you need William Schmidt to give you 6 innings this weekend because you're down to start. I kind of think you have to be careful. You cannot push guys too long, because Georgia is a team that you can get them but at a certain point they're going to break through. So when it's time to go, you got to go to the next guy. Now you can't have Schmidt go out there and give you 3 innings. But like if it's time, it's time. Just treat it like this is an elimination game on Friday, and put your best foot forward. One thing I will tell you is this: I think I can see a scenario where let's win this game Friday, and then Saturday, I wouldn't be surprised, and I think this is why I'm kind of excited. I would love to see Case and Evans come out the bullpen in the 6th inning and give you two innings, 3 innings. How great would that be?
That'd be excellent.
I mean, if you could find a way to have a lead in either of these first two games, I don't know that he'll throw Friday because he just threw his bullpen, was it yesterday, and today's his, but maybe like Saturday, if you can have a lead, sometime in the sixth inning, I would love to see Kason Evans come out. I think it'll be tough to deal with him, regardless to who he follows. So yeah, I mean, their offense is great, but there's more to just this, this game than just their offense being good. So, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. Lloyd, myself, and the crew, we talked about this morning. Like, if you're in a position where the game's right there to be taken and Kason is healthy and feels good, there's no way you don't trot him out there to go ahead and just announce it and make it happen.
100%, And again, they're not rolling out the two starters that we saw at Mississippi State or that you saw at Ole Miss.
Right.
These are arms that are, big, tall right-handed pitchers that are going to throw a ton of sliders. That's what they're dependent on. And are they good arms? Yeah, but they're like Joey Volchko has always been more about like his stuff and projection. He started like 15 games at Stanford last year and had an ERA over 6. Okay, I mean, he's going to give them 100 pitches. He's going to go 6 innings, 5 or 6 innings. That's what he does. And then they're going to try to. They only use about 5 arms. That's who they use. They've got a little guy who's just like Zach Collin. He's one of my favorite pitchers coming into this year. Caden Aoki came from USC. Different pitch mix, but it's like he's not going to break 92, and he's going to throw a lot of off-speed stuff. He can start. He can, they're going to try to get him the ball to him at some point in the game. But we're not going to face pitchers that are, top of the first round draft picks this weekend. Are they good? Sure. But I think our offense, and where we usually struggle is when our offense disappears. Yeah. So I think we're going to keep it rolling offensively, and it's just a matter of what 4 or 5 arms can you just get some good outings out of.
And so like we do every time on a Thursday, the day before game number 1, what do you predict happens this weekend, LSU in Athens versus Georgia?
Man, again, I'm so focused on game 1, Noah, that I don't know, man. Like I don't know what's I don't know if I'm talking like with my heart or my head, but like I'm not scared of Georgia right now at all. Like I'm really truly not. Like there's some weekends I'm like, I don't think we're gonna go win at Mississippi State with this lineup. But I do. I think if you can, and this isn't like rockets up, but like I think if you can, win game 1. I think you've got you. It's just not only do I think. Here's how I'll say it. If you win game 1, not only do I think you win the series. I think you're going to get yourself into to the 13 wins, and get yourself back into this postseason fun. If you can win game 1. Now, if you go out there and you get pummeled game 1, is it over? No, it's not. But I think it becomes a real uphill climb. So I just think it's that important. So, man, I don't know what's going to happen this weekend. Just like I didn't know what's going to happen the last couple of weekends. But I'm just hoping for a Friday night win.
Yeah, and I tell you what, so far on our end, we've only circled Friday as a hot dog day. So depending what happens on Friday with the 9 hot dogs and the 9 beers, we'll see if the streak can stay alive and the rally dogs can continue.
Are y'all going to the game?
No, we're gonna do a live watch party.
Okay, so the dogs happen. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's live dogs. I like that.
There we go. So we'll be here. He's
there's no movie magic here. You will see the dogs consumed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. I mean, the problem is like if this thing keeps rolling,
right?
The dogs they're gonna have to keep coming.
And the dogs have to keep rolling.
1,000%.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
The problem is, it's a great problem to have.
Yeah. Wait, is it tough to eat a hot dog right now?
Yeah. He's at White. Is it difficult to eat a hot dog right now? Like, are you tired of them?
Yeah. Absolutely, it's not even a question. I hate hot dogs right now. They are still good. You gotta spice it up a little
my
bit.
wife was really impressed by this. Like, you're not going just like plain dogs to get them down.
No,
like, you're
not at
still
all.
doing, like the fixins and like that. I think that's that's respectable.
Yeah, no, I mean he there were a couple this last time he's put mac and cheese on them.
Yep.
He put roast beef on top. Like, I mean, they are like legitimate hot dogs. It's not just
deluxe dogs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not halfway.
Yeah.
So
that's good. It's impressive.
He's going to keep doing his part, and we appreciate you, all your information. We'll talk to you again next Thursday.
All right, guys. Take care.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
There he is, Jason Armstrong, inside LSU Baseball. Go follow him on Twitter. Great information there. Go listen to his podcast. He'll tell you what, researches it, knows it, the names, the players, the numbers. It's great information every time. But I love the confidence, and I'm in the same boat. Like, as much as LSU has to pull off an upset, I'm not scared or intimidated by Georgia. Like, still confident going into the weekend of what they're going to be able to do.
Look, Jared Mitchell has been very high on Georgia, but he's in the same boat as everybody is. I think a lot of it is you see the offensive output.
Right.
But then you see the offensive output, and then you go look at their home field.
Right.
And you go, oh, okay. And the last time, like, I think we've not been afraid of Georgia since what LSU did to Tennessee.
Right.
Where they might have more pop than anybody. They just play in the, like, Alec Box is one of the bigger parks in the SEC. Right. Mm-hmm. And it gets even bigger depending on which direction the wind's blowing. Mm-hmm. And so they can play either style. And that's why and this was at a time where we looked at LSU, and it was a different lineup as to who was playing. And that's where I still had confidence in guys that probably had a little bit more pop that you had seen in the lineup. Now it's a different, but all these guys can swing it, and they can play different versions of baseball. But I am not afraid of really anything that Georgia trots out there. I'm glad he said what he said about Volchko, because I was looking up their Friday night guy. Because what you see on paper before he throws a pitch is 6'4", 225 from California, and you're like, oh, okay.
Sheesh.
And it's like everything that is written about him is all projected.
Right.
Like
first rounder, big.
He was like 98, I think, too.
Right. Like I get it.
He's
he's
a
like
prototype.
he's cast out of Euphoria.
Right.
But we'll see what that means, because I mean he will go 6 innings, but he doesn't do anything that.
Yeah.
Who was our special boy? Thatcher Hurd.
Right. Hit or miss.
Right.
The
when
highs
it's good,
and
it's
the
great.
lows.
When it's
Right.
low, it's like, this is going to be fun to watch.
No, I think the confidence is what LSU's
What noise
lineup
did you
is.
make over there, Poaching? What was that? I can't see him. So
Poaching queefed in the middle of the interview.
Was that
I was trying to fight off a sneeze.
He farted?
He went.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It was
I was like,
Yeah,
what's
my
going
bad.
on? No, it all good.
I was trying really, really hard not to sneeze.
Yeah,
It didn't
fight it
work.
off.
It
Fight it
didn't
off.
work. Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, look,
Came out of nowhere.
I think the LSU offense is the reason you're excited, because they're swinging the hell out of it. And when you just go through the lineup, this is the conversation we've had since the start of the years. Who can't leave, right? Like, you go through, whether it's Curiel, it's Milam, it's Aaron Beatty, Cerna Braun, Dardar Pearson, like, and you're going into a Ruckert, Patrick, you're going into a Yaman, you're going into a hitter's ballpark
with a lot of lefties.
You expect to be able to swing that thing and for it to leave. So I'm excited for this weekend. Of course, I think it's important in how LSU's pitching. Can you extend into a game again?
That's the most important thing.
Against a lineup that can swing it light years better than South Carolina can. William Schmidt on Friday, can you extend? Can you save Zach Cowan for Sunday, right? Or do you have to throw him on Friday because you need a guy to come in and close that thing out?
That's the other question. That's why the Case and Evans conversation is so interesting. If you do find yourself with the lead into the 5th, 6th,
7th?
No. Maybe. 7th. What do you empty the clip again like you did at Mississippi State on Friday?
That's what I've been battling with in my mind, and because I do think, to Jason's point and to the hot dog's point, game one.
Oh,
Like to the point of we're only doing the hot dogs right now for Friday.
Oh, okay. I thought
you
you referred to me as the hot dog.
dog.
Like like the flame from
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes,
Hot dog on.
What?
Like
When he says flame on.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Fantastic
Fire.
Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But
Fantastic.
like I do
Flower.
think game one is that important. Like you win game one, everything's right there in front of you, but you don't. Like I don't want to throw Santi, Sheeran, Cowan after Schmidt all on Friday because then that puts you in such a tough spot for what's next on Saturday and Sunday because you need to win two. Like that's it's not just win one. If it was just win one, you throw everything at it. And I do think it is that important to win that first one, but you still got to put yourself in a spot behind Paz, and then who do you start on Sunday if you do throw Cowan on Friday, right? Because I don't think that's out of the picture. I think the reason you started Cowan on Sunday against South Carolina was because you didn't have to throw him on Friday or Saturday.
No, it's a luxury,
too, right?
Like you saw the worst of. You saw the absolute worst case scenario
in Mississippi State.
You saw the best case scenario in South Carolina.
Yeah.
This is going to be something in the middle, I would imagine, to where I don't think you'll have the luxury of Cowan. You didn't have to pitch Friday or Saturday, and LSU still won both games.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice.
Game one, game two. Yeah, but
Got him.
And so you like Schmidt extending, I think, is massive. Like, can he go into the fifth inning, like the sixth inning of that game? And then when you turn around, like, okay, well, then what do you follow Schmidt up with? What do you go? Do you go straight to another hard throw, or do you go to Fontenot, who pitched on Tuesday? Do you go straight to Sheeran to try to do that? Do you go to a lefty like Garcia? I think Lockenmeyer's worked himself into that conversation as well of a trusted lefty.
Well, he did. That's another question is, like, let's say Kaysen is healthy to pitch this weekend, and they decide they want to bring him out of the pen, right? Well, where does he now slot in terms of who you trust out the pen? Is he immediately to the top of the list, like I would kind of think, or maybe Devin Sheeran has earned that respect to be your guy above Kaysen Evans? You know what I mean? Because you're kind of now, if he is available to pitch, you're kind of now in a situation where you were at last year, where you're kind of deciding if it's late in game 1 or 2, you can throw Kaysen to close out that game, or if it's kind of more, in a gray area, you save him to start on that Sunday game. You know what I mean? So I'm just interested to see where they slot him in that bullpen rotation, if that is
I think he's bullpen regardless. Like, I don't think you throw him back into a starter role.
And
like,
that is.
No, you're good.
I think that's the luxury of having him because now it gives you it answers the question for Cowan. He can start on Sunday and then Kaysen Evans can be out the pen, or if you want to go the other way around, that's why it's paramount.
Yeah,
it saves so much of because what they're going to have to do if it's one of those games that it feels like it's going to be in the middle, it'll be guys like Sandy Garcia that maybe it's 10 to 12 pitches, then he comes out and you have to throw 5 or 6 guys that are all ready to go again, as opposed to bring Gavin Guidry in to mow him down for 4 innings and hope you only use 2.
Yeah.
Like, that's the best case scenario. But if you can add a Kaysen Evans back, it does become, okay, now you definitely will have somebody to throw and start a game on Sunday.
Okay, let's list. What's our number? 8? 8 is our number of pitchers. Like, you want, like, 8 is your number you're comfortable with, right? Like, when you feel really good about what you've got going into a weekend with 8 guys. Who are the 8? So we've got Schmidt, Paz, Cowan, Sheeran,
Santi,
that's 5.
Fontenot,
Guidry,
Kaysen Evans.
And I would say Lockenmeyer's getting much closer now.
He's been good.
And so I think so even without Kaysen, I would say you've got 8. Definitely with Kaysen you have 8.
Right. And then you have a guy like, I don't mind Plog in like one batter situation. He's obviously not going to extend, but if you have a good matchup against a lefty, I like Plog to go and get you 1, maybe 2 outs.
Right.
But yeah, I think you're right around that 7 or 8, which is wild to say.
And I think
with all the injuries,
I think Zion's in that same.
I was gonna
one or 2 outs, maybe an inning. Like, you can trust him to just go out there and get one little job done.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think it's going to be intriguing. That's why Friday is game 1's so important because it maps out with the rest of the weekend. Like in Starkville, the first game puts you in such a tough spot for the next two. Like, because you were like, we're not going to have that many guys available for tomorrow night. And then moving forward to Sunday, we're going to have to pitch guys who already pitched on Friday. Mm-hmm. And so then you look at this past weekend, game one, you only have to throw 2 guys, and you're like, okay, well then now we're in a real good spot to be able to sweep. Because I think if you have to throw 3 or 4 guys in game one, and then you've got to throw your other 3 or so guys in game 2, well then you look at game 3 on Sunday, and you're like, what do we even have? Mm-hmm. And so I think this weekend, I think tomorrow night, how far can Schmidt go, and who do they go to after? And so my next question to you guys is, do you think Evans would go in on Friday? Like, do you think he would go in tomorrow? Like, would he throw Friday, or do you think it's pocketed, you see how Friday goes, and then you go to him to win it on Saturday, or maybe even start or win it on Sunday?
Circumstantial.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where it would be, what is the situation? Because if it's because there's still you have to consider the fact he might not pitch at all.
Right, 100%.
So, but if in this scenario, if he is available,
if he's healthy,
and they're winning,
I
think they go Cowan, and you save him for. Oh, they were just betting in the chat who shows up first.
There he is.
What's up?
He's bogging you.
Yeah. He cracked my knuckle, dude.
They bet on us?
They were seeing who's going to walk in first.
I was here first. How we doing? I will say that.
How we doing, sir?
I've been at breakfast this morning.
Oh, you got some play last night?
I didn't do both. I did Yankees and then Spurs.
Oh, you didn't take the Pirates?
1-0.
Schemes, man.
I picked 2 instead of 3.
He was on a roll too.
How we doing? That was a late play.
There we go.
How are you feeling?
How are the smells?
I feel good. I was eating some.
Oh!
I'll be back in just a moment.
Take a break.
Chucky Sunshine, how are you, sir?
Good morning. Top of the morning, everyone.
It's good to see you.
Good to see y'all. I was listening this morning. I had a breakfast at 8:30, so I was a little early, so I was sitting in my car listening to y'all.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Very good show. Very good show. I like it.
What'd you get for breakfast?
You have it too?
Eggs Benedict.
Love that.
You got a bigger box.
Oh!
I'm going to give this to you. Charles actually gave that to me.
This
stuff smells good.
Yeah. Good Lord, what was that?
I mean,
you're going to get a head rush. Yeah.
That's it. Come get in the camera's view.
Yeah, I guess let him have.
Put it on like we told you. Go on the wrist.
Women do it. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. I'm gonna teach you how to do this, bro.
Oh
my
man!
gosh!
Hey! Right here and go here.
And a little bit behind.
No, you don't put it on your wrist.
Yeah, we are.
That was 8 sprays.
You don't put it on your wrist. That's what girls. That's what girls do. No, that's what girls do. That's what girls do. Listen.
And he loves how they smell, so it works.
Do this. Don't do that. Don't be a girl.
Let's see.
All right.
We'll try.
It's good, isn't it? So I'm just
We'll do it. We'll go Chucky Sunshine's way today.
And then we'll go
tomorrow. We'll go Mr. Fun and see.
It's good, isn't it?
Okay.
You do smell good. It's kind of intoxicating.
It's very, very good. Yeah. So Charles actually gave me. So Charles one day showed up. And on the table out there was a list. There was a stack of just colognes. I'm like, what's going on? He goes, look, I have all these. I don't want them anymore. I'm like, okay. So I take the Jimmy Choo one, and then he's got some little samples of these others that he had. I'm like, okay. So that's been in my desk drawer for probably a year. And every once in a while, if I'm going to a meeting or whatever, I'll get a squirt in, and I go, I got to bring this for old Christian here.
It smells very good.
Yeah. Love that.
It smells like he's going.
We didn't win a parlay.
But
Christian smells good.
Yes.
If you pick up on a girl in class today,
because it definitely smells good.
But you should just go to campus.
Just go walk campus.
You should just walk through the quad.
It's like when you get a haircut and then you just start like walking through Target.
Yeah. Oh, that.
That would.
I'm gonna have a dress better there.
Yeah. I was gonna say you should probably change.
I'll go home first and then I'll
put on a nice pair.
I think he looks good. He looks like
go in the basketball shorts. That's why you can't wear those in a strip club, man.
Yeah. Oh, nice. She'll know if you like her or not.
How are you?
Good. So tell me, I was listening this morning. Y'all interviewed Jay Johnson last night. Was it a one-on-one or was it a media thing?
Oh no, it's just Mikey and Jared for Mic'd Up. They have them usually every Wednesday, and so it's like see, Mikey does this thing. Tell me if this is right, wrong, or indifferent. If they're not playing well, he doesn't like to have them on, and it's not because Jay doesn't want to do it. It's that Mikey says
It's uncomfortable.
It's more of a feel thing because he's like, I don't want to have him on if they're not playing well and he's doing media. It's like, well, he has to do media anyway, right. But he doesn't necessarily have to do our show.
It's like that old thing when Jared Denardo was the football coach here. he did back in the day before football coaches did commercials, he did like a Ford commercial. And they drove a Ford on Tiger Stadium Field, and like it would play during the season, and we were losing, and people were like, "It's too busy freaking doing commercials." It's like you know that commercial was probably run like in March,
right?
He didn't do it yesterday, right? So it's like, yeah, does he get this? Man, he's too busy on radio interviews and things like that. He needs to be coaching the team. I like hearing them when they're in a little bit of especially Jay, because Jay hasn't been through that a lot,
right? And he's so genuine and realistic. Like when he's talking, he's not.
He doesn't have anything to hide from.
Speak, yeah.
Well, I mean, y'all did say he kind of doesn't really answer the question.
Sometimes.
And look, here's the thing. Coaches aren't going to tell you, yeah, my guy blew his shoulder out, his elbow out, we're done for the year. I mean, come on, stop. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. But I've just listened to him enough to where I can tell whenever he's not trying to give you bad news, but it doesn't feel like the answer is going to be positive whenever it does become a thing, because he's going to get asked about it immediately.
Right.
And so he waits for...
Well, hats off to you for some great journalism to pose the tough question about it.
Yeah, that was fucked up, wasn't it?
Yeah, why did they make you ask it?
Exactly.
That's okay. You know what?
I'll do it.
Credibility.
That's right.
What was the question?
You got the cojones.
What was the question?
About the Evans
injury. Going to go or not.
What did he say? What did he say?
He's throwing
a bullpen today.
He threw the bullpen Wednesday,
right?
And we're going to evaluate today. And so same thing with like Cooper Moore, where it was he threw the bullpen. He says he felt good. They check on him again on Friday.
So it's a good answer. I mean,
exactly.
People want a yes or no.
Right.
I mean, he's got to do what's right for him and
I was not
kid.
Right. I wasn't expecting some groundbreaking out for the year. I knew kind of what I was going to get, but then I'm also going to get lambasted if I don't ask the question. If somebody doesn't ask the question.
And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
That was very good. Kind of like with the Will Wade interview when I asked him, "Did you buy your old house?"
Right.
And they still have idiots thinking that he transferred. Let me set this record straight real quick, okay? Because he isn't here, but I feel confident he's okay with this. So when he gets fired from LSU, he stayed in Baton Rouge for several weeks. He kept the house that he has owned in another state prior to him coming to work at LSU. He fixes the house up. They pack their stuff. They move to the other house. He puts the house on the market here in Baton Rouge. He needed the money, not that he was broke, but he wanted to sell that house because he didn't have a job for 1 year.
Right,
Everybody remember, he sat out. And these morons that are on social media are like, oh, it was a plan. He transferred it because it was an ultimate plan. He was going to McNeese. He didn't know he was going to McNeese. He didn't have a job for 1 year. He sat out of basketball. Okay? So there was no, I'm going to keep it because I could go to McNeese and it's a master plan to get me back. I mean, that's a 4-year plan.
He also didn't get a buyout.
That's what
no,
he got fired with cause, right? So he had no money.
So he got zero. So he needed to sell the house so he didn't have to pay that note every month. Right. So do you think he would have transferred it for 1 year? I mean, for $100 into somebody else's name for a 5-year plan to go to McNeese to get back to Baton Rouge? I got to be honest with you, and I never get like this. I didn't think people of North Carolina were that freaking ignorant that they would dream that shit up.
Right.
And, great interview on Tuesday. I was in here. I asked that question just to clear the air because that's something people want to know. And I'm watching throughout these clips of people with you eating hot dogs, people watching this show, the North Carolina State fans that are commenting on this in his interview, like we're living rent-free in their heads
1,000%.
for a long time.
1,000%.
You all have a coach. You have a coach that played for North Carolina State. Do you all not happy with that? Because you seem to be worried about what we're doing over here in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
That ship sailed. Congratulations. Everybody be happy and move on your way.
Yeah. It's not going to stop either.
And
it's going to continue.
It's literally, I mean, I was at dinner last night with somebody, and they're like, hey, man, you going to Ole Miss? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why not? I go, I have no desire for the people of Ole Miss to bash me because we hired Lane Kiffin. Like, you pick your battles, right? Oh, man, that's going to be fun. It might be fun for you, but I'm not the type of person to just walk through a stadium and let people shout at me. And look, here's the thing.
Is he.
You put yourself in a situation. if you know that situation could be volatile, you just don't put yourself in that situation.
And if you do, you have to live with the result.
You have to be able to take
exactly.
it.
And I'm too old to go to Ole Miss and get in a fight with a guy and like the LSU fan punched the Ole Miss guy at the
If it's happening at baseball,
football
is going to be football. I mean, like
I really can't imagine.
And Jason, I've talked about this. Look, we know what it feels like when Saban got on a plane and went to Miami.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't another school that we were going to play against, but he went to Miami. We lost one of the best football coaches at the time.
The best coach.
And so, look, it hurt. But I didn't get on Miami message boards, if there was message boards back then. I think there was. And bash, the Dolphins suck. These guys are terrible. You don't come on, grow up.
Well, I think
wipe the tears. Boo-hoo.
I think the difference there.
And go on about your business.
I think the difference there, and you're absolutely right. But he didn't go from LSU to Alabama.
Right.
So when he did go to Alabama, there was a hate. Like I felt it. I know. I've got a lot of friends that work at the University of Alabama who have used that term rent free. They were in my head. I'm not gonna lie.
100%.
And listen, I'm enjoying this banter back and forth with the NC State fans on Twitter. Charles is like, "Oh man, it's drama. Don't get into it." It's so much fun for me right now because for so long, and we've talked about this on the show for so long, I've been fighting with the LSU fans about basketball.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's like we're against them, and it's like we're united. It is fun though. I'm not gonna lie to you. And
I
like
have
every
too much
morning,
time in my hands to not worry. To worry about.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And I think the part that surprises me the most is with Ole Miss. I fully expected it. I was not surprised. I'm not surprised that they still do it. Like I'm not surprised by how upset they are about it and emotional and the way they act about it, like with Lane Kiffin. The NC State side of it completely surprised me. Like, it's not that I didn't think they cared because I know they're a good fan base and they care about basketball, but how upset they are to the same level of Ole Miss for a coach that was there for 1 year.
You didn't like him.
Right. Went back to a place.
I thought they were ambivalent towards him.
Right. Like, I just didn't think it was going to have the effect that even be comparable to Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. Like, the fact that it is blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Lane Kiffin was in Ole Miss for, 8 years?
6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
Okay, 6.
Well, and Lane Kiffin's the best coach they ever had.
Right.
And he got him to a playoff in there.
And went to a rival in the same conference.
Right.
I get that.
Makes sense. The Ole Miss, I 1,000% understand.
Yeah, I completely understand it. Look, I don't understand, like, trying to run him off the road or him and his nephew.
I get that.
It's a little, you get that?
I get it. Well, I also think there's a difference in the age group, too, here. I agree. Guys like Wyatt, who are in that college age.
We're definitely showing up to the airport.
That's it. It wasn't people like you or me in their 50s
and that's why
and their 40s.
I truly listen. I read the comments and I probably shouldn't because I'm partial to y'all's show. I just don't like. I sometimes I go, man. And it's like I'm not even going to say anything because it makes zero sense. You're arguing with the door. Mm-hmm. Like they have their belief and they can. But I'm just going to say what I know is true. I mean, look, when Will left the first time, okay, I'll never forget this as long as I live. And so Will gets fired. A couple of days go by. My wife's in the grocery store. She sees Will's wife, and she's like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Nothing. I'm just getting out. Got to get some groceries." And so literally, she's on the phone. She goes, "Hold on, let me call Will, see what he needs." So she calls him, and he won't answer his phone. And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I got to go." And Joanne's like, my wife's like, "What's the matter?" She goes, "He was up on a ladder when I left, cleaning out the gutters, and he's not answering the phone. I hope he didn't fall." And my wife's like, "Look, I'll hold the buggy. You run home. It's not far from where they lived. You go check on him and come back." And she's like, "Okay." And so he's like, "No, I'm on the ladder. I'm not answering the phone while I'm on the ladder." The guy was cleaning his gutters. Like, really? Like, you don't clean your gutters.
We have people for that.
You don't clean
I would
your
imagine
gutters.
he did. This is the...
So it's like he was preparing the house to sell it.
Yeah.
It's simple. And I don't get this, like, it's a 5-year plan to get back to Baton Rouge. Are you kidding me?
I wish that... I mean, that would
have been. I gotta be honest. I mean, I wish I was part of that master plan. That would have been amazing.
It would have made the last 5 years more fun.
Right. I mean, he wouldn't have been sitting there going, "Oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win."
Right.
Don't worry about it. We got this covered.
You could have Brian Kelly it. Wait till year 5.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm like, God, it's so frustrating. And look, I get it. People are passionate. I get our fans are passionate. I think you need to put sports in perspective. Like,
of course.
No.
And somebody told me this while this was all going on, and by the time Will had gotten here, and like somebody mentioned this, and it's a job. Mm-hmm. People leave jobs all the time.
Of course.
Unfortunately, you have a fan base. Okay, you don't see this much going on in NBA basketball or Major League
That's what
Baseball.
makes college great.
Yeah.
I get it, but like these people are just like ludicrous with this stuff.
And I think, like when you look at it through the terms of job, like this was the when you look at Lane Kiffin's move through the terms of just a job, it is a promotion.
No doubt.
A place like going from Ole Miss to LSU, although it's the same conference, it is a job promotion.
It's a step up.
For Wade from NC State to LSU, maybe not a promotion. But what it is exactly what he said on Tuesday, where but there's a better fit. This is a job that's better for me personally. And sometimes, even if it's not a pay raise or just from a job standpoint, not a promotion, there's a place that's better for me that makes me more successful personally. And I think that was the decision that was made.
Society today is too worried about, I need to go to another job for more money. It's got to be, it can't be a lateral move.
Right.
And I do think NC State to LSU is a lateral move. I don't think it's a step up. I think it's a step up as far as you're playing in one of the hardest conferences. Right. But I do. Society today, it's all about money.
Well, and I think that's their problem. They see themselves as the ACC, which they think the ACC is so much better in basketball than the SEC, which it's not anymore. They think North Carolina State basketball is better than LSU basketball, which historically it is.
Yeah.
I can admit that.
Right.
But again, it's not a step down. The school as a whole, and that was the thing this week that's been funny to me. These people who are now we're getting comparisons with states, right? Like we've got more national championships as a state. I'm like, we have one school that competes for national championships. I mean, I'm sorry, we're proud of UL and we're proud of Tulane and Nichols and all, but they're not going to compete for championships.
They're not Duke and North Carolina.
That's it. So you have 3 major schools in the triangle within however many. Yeah. Come on, guys. Like, let's be real here. And look, the funny thing to me is, and this is my statement, and I say it a lot of times, and I know I get backlash for it, nameless, faceless trolls. Right? Like show your face. Show who you are, and then I bet you won't say the things you say about certain people, and I bet you won't talk trash about Coach and his wife and all that stuff. That is what's funny to me. It's like you want to attack Lauren and Caroline and Reed and all these people. Like, come on, man, grow up just a little bit. Like, and look, I'm going to break some news to you all here. Will Wade's not going to be the basketball coach at LSU forever.
Right.
We hope he is. We hope he retires here. There's going to be another basketball coach. There's going to be another football coach.
Of course.
Unfortunately, there's going to be another baseball coach after Jay Johnson, right? And it's not fun.
I'll be dead.
But it's not fun. I learned a long time ago, guys. I was next door neighbors to a coach, to an offensive coordinator at LSU. I was so excited. I was like, man, I'm going to be buds with this guy. And my wife literally said, don't get too attached, right? He's not going to be. And Lily was gone the next year. And I'm like, man, like we were friends. And Billy Gonzalez, he was the head coach at Florida last year, right? Yeah. He was the offensive No. He was the interim coach. He was the interim coach at Florida last year. And so it's like, I still can text with the guy. But I'm like, yeah, these guys. And Charles struggled with it for a long time, too. When this happened with Will at first, I was like, Charles, Will's going to eventually either go on his own or going to get fired.
Right.
Every basketball coach at LSU has been fired.
And look, you do.
Everyone.
It is crazy. But look, it's life in general.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for me, you get close to these people.
Of course.
Look, I've said it here before. I was sad to see McMahon go. Then again, you have to look at it.
We have another guest.
You have to say it's a job.
For you, yeah.
It's a job.
Yeah.
And so it's just a job, and people are going to leave jobs and stuff like that, and it's going to be all right.
No, it is. Right. It is.
And that's why you always say, I support LSU.
That's it.
Yes.
Like
that's
it.
Listen, I don't want. You always want people to be successful.
Of course.
I want you guys to be successful. I want Wyatt to be successful at whatever that may be. I want Christian to be successful.
Whatever that may be.
To be
the best field crew
That's
ever.
the whole point of being.
Smell the best ever.
You want your friends to be successful. I mean, name one person in North Carolina. I want one North Carolina State fan to stamp up and say, you know what, I work at. I don't know. I'm a manager at Walmart, and they offered me a vice presidentship at Walmart, and I decided, no, I'm not going to take that. Yeah. Or Costco offered me a vice president's position. I'm not
in Louisiana.
That
but I think that's their anger is that I don't know that you can class it as a promotion.
That's it.
If I walk into a club with a girl and Joe Burrow walks in and steals my girl, you win some, you lose some. I mean, but if I walk into a club with my girl and some ugly fat guy steals her with no teeth,
I'm pissed.
He's probably related to you.
Oh, it's the Predator.
hey.
Probably related
That was
to
good.
you.
That was good. I'll give you that one.
But yeah, I mean, like, and that's why they try to quantify by saying, well, LSU said he's got unlimited NIL and they can spend whatever they want because it's got to look better somehow. And so I think
it might do. We might have more money than they.
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not into that deal, but. It's okay. It's over with.
It is.
Let it go.
You got your
Get
coach.
behind your coach.
Right.
Go get behind your coach. We did it with Lane Kiffin.
Right.
We did it with Will Wade. We did it with Matt McMahon. We did it with Jay Johnson. We did it with Paul Maneri. You did it with Jay Clark. You did one with Kim Mulkey. I don't think we did it with Nikki Caldwell. Oops.
Or
sorry.
Brian Kelly.
But,
I didn't.
But you know,
Actually, once again, I said it on this show. I liked Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Right. I thought that if the last two guys, I called them nitwits. The last
Of
two
course.
guys
I
could
think
win
a lot of
national
people had that
championships.
perspective.
Brian Kelly, of all people, one of the most decorated coaches in Notre Dame history, can win a national championship at LSU. And it was funny, y'all heard him yesterday say Lane's going to win one here. Like he feels. And I actually, it was nice to hear BK say some positive things about LSU because I know he hasn't always felt that way.
Yeah, he's better. He's getting paid $60
Well, that's
million.
true.
Be nice.
That's true.
But yeah, no. I mean, I think
I'm sure he just typed into Chat GPT will Lane Kiffin win a national championship.
Actually, he said Claude. He actually said it.
Claude
He
AI.
talked about it. He said
he's using Claude AI to help him with his new
prepare
job.
for a new job.
He did. He did say that. I wish he'd have used it last year here to.
I think he did.
I think he
Claude,
did.
who should I hire as my offensive coordinator? Joe Sloan. Oh, let's do it.
Computer, what do I call on 3rd and 7?
Tell us how you really feel.
Computer.
He's a fucking Nimbus. What a fucking Nimrod. Like the biggest jackass in the history of the world.
The best thing about it is he says something like that and everybody is against him, right? Like every LSU fan is like, of course you did. Like this makes a ton of sense now. And somebody, it was somebody on Twitter, I forget, Max, the guy that breaks down plays for
Toscano.
Yeah, he put in, computer, what do you do if your quarterback has a cyst on his back? And it's like, don't play him.
Don't play him.
So clearly he picks and chooses
yeah.
what he listens to, correct?
Good night.
But yesterday, an announcement that LSU basketball got another commitment.
Oh, Christian loves this guy.
Overseas, EuroLeague. Christian was very fired up about it, as was I. Marcio Santos, who plays for Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
6'9", 23 years old, 40% from three-point range. And it's just, it was funny that there's all the noise, and then on Tuesday he comes on here and he kind of quiets a lot of the noise, and the next day there's your next announcement.
And then, of course, the North Carolina State fans have all said this guy can't play. He's going to average 5 points, blah, blah, blah. That dude's a grown-ass man. Let me just tell you.
Literally.
He's going to play against an 18-year-old that plays at wherever, at Alabama.
He's been playing professional basketball for 8 years.
So a guy that averages – that's it. Is he going to be a freshman, actually? Like, what is – I don't know how that translates.
I
guess
I think he's only going to be here 1 year.
So
Just
again, if you average 6 points in a EuroLeague, that translates to about 14 points in the SEC. I'm just going to tell you how this works.
Yeah.
Okay, for the people that don't know what the hell they're talking about. He's going to be a double-double guy, I have a feeling. Now, I've read that he doesn't like to play defense and all that. So who cares? Block some shots, man.
Yeah,
You've read a lot in 24 hours.
I have. Hell, we only have two guys,
right? To read about.
Yeah. He's fantastic. He's a grown-ass
But
man.
you're supposed to be studying for exams.
Computer, study for my exams.
The what?
The Adderall led me astray.
Jesus.
But I tell you what,
people in this Adderall.
I did. I watched a bunch of his film, and he is.
He's a tweener.
He's size wise. He's stuck between a 4 and a 5. He plays the 5, but he's more of an undersized 5. He's not really a 4 because he's not that good of an athlete. But he's a heck of a basketball player. And when you look at the way the sport's going, I mean, he's got size. He can shoot the ball, which is very, very good. He's good in the post. He's a very, very talented offensive player. He's going to be a very, very good piece for LSU. And he's
the question of Diabate's not an offensive center.
Right.
Now you have one.
And he's but I mean the biggest thing to me is he's grown.
Yes.
Like it's not he is 23 years old and I think most people would agree you're physically you change and you mature from 18 to 23.
100%.
Especially when you've been playing against professionals and grown men for the last almost decade.
Yeah, he's been playing professional
He's been
basketball.
playing basketball since he was 15.
15 years old.
The environments he's played in
Yeah.
going to ride.
Of course.
Absolutely. The coach said it the other day, resiliency, right?
Yep.
Like you got to have guys that have been in the wars and have been in the wars. I shouldn't use that word, being that he was overseas. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you can say that.
Yeah, I know. But he's been in the battles. Same thing. Okay.
Pick your word.
So I can say that. Hey, Lloyd, I can say that, right?
That's what I'm saying. You can say that.
From Iran, yes. And so,
Pick your word.
but no,
no.
I agree. I think that I think he's a great piece, and I think there's going to be more that are about to come down the road here. And I mean, again, you go back to, we're going to have more than 6 guys that play basketball. I'm just going to tell you.
You're only paying 7 or 8.
That's all right. That's all we need. That's exactly right.
Lloyd asked the question yesterday. With him going the international route, with all these the communication aspect of talking basketball, talking through the film, like, and basketball to me is a universal language. Majority of the sport is the same, regardless where you play or where you're from. But of course, getting your message across, you have to be able to talk and communicate in a language that's understood.
I'm sure they speak somewhat English. I would bet. I mean, that since we're all on a FanDuel deal, I think it's a little betting that they speak English.
Yeah, and I'm sure there.
I'm not speaking Spanish, French.
What I know
he's
about
Brazilian, so Portuguese.
Yeah, what I know about Will Wade is he's always got a plan for it.
That's the thing.
There's nothing that goes. I mean, when he sat right there and he hit us with the number of actually there's only 9.4%, and it was like it brought me back to when he was here the first time, listening to him speaking. Oh my gosh, now I remember. Now this is who he's always been. He's always got a plan. He's done the background, done the research.
That's been the thing, right? Like that's what I keep saying to people. Like, this guy is more locked into this thing than anybody. Like, he knows what he wants. He's going to get what he wants, and he's going to. You're right. Like, there's only 9.4% of the players, right. and he's also not going to pay players that aren't going to be very good.
Of course not.
We're going to be fine. I do think this is a golden opportunity for Rosetta Stone to be a sponsor of LSU at this point.
Or Tingle and Co.
Tingle and Co.
Rosetta Stone.
Shout out to Rosetta Stone.
There you go.
Charles and I got a text yesterday from the voice of the PMAC. What's his name?
Dixon McNeese.
Dixon.
Yeah.
Dixon said, "Is Coach making this hard for me to be able to pronounce all these names?" Can you imagine for him? I mean, like, how's he gonna? It's not like he's saying Tremont Waters or Javonte Smart, right? It's going to be a little different for him. So.
Mohamed Diabate passing the ball to Marcio Santos.
It sounds like a soccer game.
Yes.
On the pitch.
Yes. By the way, what a disappointing game yesterday with PSG and Munich. Like,
I know. The referee was bad.
I got the tie, which I'm happy about. But I did bet the tie. I bet a tie on pretty much it.
You're good at betting soccer.
Yeah. I watched from my brother taught me that. But yeah, that was disappointing.
The Bayern did. I don't want to say they got robbed, because I hate doing that. I hate when referees influence games. But, like, Bayern did kind of get really hosed.
Was there a handball in the box that didn't get called?
Yeah.
There was one.
Yeah. I actually think the worst handball was the one not in the box that would have given Nuno Mendes, their left back, a red
about
card.
Soccer, I'm gonna answer a phone. I'm not gonna lie.
Soccer's the best. We're gonna get you into soccer.
He actually
I
likes
like
soccer.
Euro Cup, but I don't want to sit and talk about it.
He can't talk about. He's not going to talk about Baron.
Hey, you want to? Hey, Cristiano Ronaldo scored a goal.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
There it is.
Florida State and Georgia.
Whatever, dude making $200 million a year, and they fuck that dude.
Well, it is the most popular sport in the world. It's just an FYI.
I'm not saying it isn't, but I mean, $200 million a year.
I think he's underpaid.
I think the MLB players get paid a lot.
Not $200 million.
Not $200 million a year.
No, but
Saudi is paying that dude $200 million a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never hear about him.
You never hear about him.
And now they have to
let's
cancel
not talk about him
Live
now.
Yeah.
to pay Chrissy Ronaldo.
Chrissy Ronaldo.
Chrissy Ronaldo. Fucking, and by the way, you're not making friends in the chat with your wars and shit.
Oh, here we go. Chris Christie
That
hater.
is a good question. Read it aloud.
Chris Christie hater, what do we think about the CFP blowing past 16 and going to possibly 24?
Is that official?
It's not
official,
but
I think they're about to recommend it to the NCAA.
It means we'll be in the playoff every year. I mean, that's the easy answer,
and
right?
we got rid of Brian Kelly. God, he could have made it.
I think
2014 playoff,
perfect
right?
timing.
I heard somebody talking about this yesterday. I don't know. I mean, what it does for a sports fan and a bettor, it does make those games more enjoyable, right? Now, rather than watching the Boise Potato Bowl, when it's so-and-so versus so-and-so. Now that game actually matters and will be a playoff. I don't like it. Let me say that. It's too many teams.
It is.
But
Get rid of the bowl games, just do a playoff, and let's be done with this
I
bullshit.
think that's kind of what they're trying to get to.
Because I got to be honest with you, I don't watch bowl games.
Well, that's the point. That's my point. So instead,
you're not
going to
watch
watch
Tax Slayer Bowl.
You're not going to watch the
or
humanitarian
But see,
bowl.
that's fine. My thing
Pop-Tart
is,
Bowl.
in addition to that,
like
I
Pop-Tarts,
also
too.
didn't watch Oregon play James Madison.
Yeah, that was
and I really didn't watch Tulane play Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's the problem. There's the non-power fives getting in, and I'm probably going to piss off some people here. They don't deserve to be. They can't compete. It's
good.
So now you just allowed more of them
I put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
3 to 4 extra games.
What are y'all putting in?
But so I do understand the point of, and I'm not saying you're for it because obviously you're against it. I understand the point of making more bowl games relevant, but I think it makes more regular season games less relevant.
No, I agree with that.
Like LSU versus Alabama, game of the century. That game now means less.
It's starting to be like the SEC tournament. Everybody gets in. Stop.
Well, and it's
no, we need that, Charles. We like it. This year we need it for sure.
Especially when it's
participation trophy. Okay.
Especially when it's obvious it's only being done for money. That's
not
the
only
only
money,
reason
though.
you do
It's
it.
also
it doesn't help
you
the
have
sport.
these one-offs, and I say this with all due respect, like smaller teams that go undefeated,
right?
And they're like, "Why don't
make
we?"
them happy.
Okay, so we're going to put you in a playoff. You're going to get your ass beat the first game, and now we move on. It's a waste of time.
Well, in the revenue share world now, that's what this is all. Everything is going to be about more money, right? Like we've always known college athletics was about money. The players just weren't getting it. Now that the players are getting it,
we have to find another stream.
We have to find another stream. That's exact. We got to make more. So that's exact. This whole thing is about money. And look, at the end of the day. Like if I agree with you, Wyatt, on it makes the LSU Alabama game not as important, but does it now decrease the LSU McNeese game? Meaning we don't play McNeese, we go play USC. We don't have any non-conference dogs because you can afford to lose 3 games now in the SEC, right? Like does it eliminate that buy-in game that nobody, I hate to say it, and you hear from them, like nobody cares about the game against UL. I don't want to say McNeese because we like McNeese. I don't want to say like
you don't like UL.
No, I don't like
UL. I think it's the opposite. I think it's the opposite. You don't play Clemson. Like I don't know why I would schedule Clemson when I can just go schedule. I can have McNeese.
Well, I guess though, then at this point, RPI starts counting, right? In the net rankings and all that stuff that basketball and baseball utilize.
Well, I think
guess that will start.
But an SEC team's RPI is going to be high enough in a 2014 playoff.
Yeah, I think all
just
three
with their
of
regular
your
schedule.
All three of your non-con games, you play nobodies.
But then you're going to get people are going to get pissed off. The SEC ain't dominating the college playoffs.
Well, there'll be 8 to 9 SEC teams in every year.
But when it was 2, when it was the BCS, you're trying to find maybe not 11, 12 wins. You're trying to find your way to build the best resume. So you're going to schedule those bigger games because there might be 4 teams that are 12-0, and now you have to have these big resume builders. Now it's not going to be that. It's we have to find a way to get 8, 9 wins on the schedule. That's it. That's all we need. So I'm not. Why would I go and schedule Clemson? Why would I go and schedule USC? Why would I go and schedule Oregon? Go and schedule these shitty non-conference games against the Citadel and the School of the Blind.
You have a question?
No, go ahead.
No, that's it. I mean, like
that makes sense.
It makes no sense.
To this point, Florida State and Georgia have canceled their home-and-home series. That was going to take place in 2027, 2028. So they're looking down the road if they get to this 2014 playoff, like we don't have to play.
What is that? LSU has SMU scheduled?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Arizona State.
Don't play them.
Well, you saw it this past season. Texas went 9-3. Yep. They lost to Florida on the road. They lost to Georgia on the road. Their third loss was in week 1 to Ohio State. Why would you play that game? If you go and you schedule the Citadel or Colgate or Harvard and you win that game 50-0, and then you're 10-2 with those 2 SEC losses on the road in tough environments, you're in the playoff.
But do you think, and you're right, you make a compelling argument there, but do you think, though, now they would have made it in a 12-team playoff, at a 24-team playoff, now you do have to have a better RPI, right? Like you do have to have a better net ranking. So playing the Citadel and UL and whatever in 3 of those games is going to diminish your 10 or 11 wins.
Some conferences, not us. Like I think if you can take 3 rental wins, and as long as you win 6 or 7 of your 9 SEC games, your RPS fine.
Yeah,
I think those 3 losses in conference or the 2 losses in conference are against good enough teams.
Right, you're fine.
That you're fine.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, guys. Is it's not about us, right? We know the SEC will have.
You'll be okay.
If it's 24 teams, we'll probably have 9 of them, right? I mean, like if not more. I mean, it's going to be the Southeastern Conference Invitational.
I think it needs to get because they blew Pat. They were at 2. They went to 4. They jumped from 4 to 12.
Yeah.
When I think the honey hole was right there between. They should have stuck at 8.
8.
And I think 8 is because ultimately, going in, year out, there are probably about 8 teams, maybe even less, that actually genuinely have a chance at winning the national championship.
Right.
Like
and that was my point. You're putting these kids. It's a participation trophy.
Tulane shouldn't be in.
You undefeated, and then you get in there.
If Tulane goes undefeated and deserves to be in the playoff, however many teams it is, if it's 8, 12, 4, then they should be in. This past season, they shouldn't get an automatic qualifier for being the best of a bad group of conferences. If they go 13-0 and beat an SEC team, put them in. Fine. They probably get their ass kicked anyway. I don't care. That's fine. They deserve. Like Cincinnati, the year they made it in, they went 13-0. Right. They beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. Great. They were not competitive in the playoff, but I don't care. They were a top 4 team. They deserve to be in it. That's fine.
Well, no, I think Boise State was one. Like I think Boise State when they made it, I was fine with them getting in.
Fair.
So Tulane and James Madison should not have had a chance.
So why don't we just have a losers bracket?
That's what the playoff would
be. We wouldn't have made the 24 team last year?
Oh, no chance.
No.
What a bummer.
Chance.
BK.
But it shows you how much, like, the thing is, like, it shows you how, because Houston gets in at 21, and they barely beat LSU in a bowl game when LSU had
nobody,
a backup quarterback and nobody left. I mean, so now, like, I agree. Like, I think BYU and Vanderbilt and Texas had a shot at getting in and would have been able to make some noise, but at the same time,
this is disgusting.
So game one and 2 are going to be on home fields. Is that kind of the play? They haven't really said any of this stuff
Probably.
yet.
I mean, I would assume. Yeah.
So that will eliminate the championship games.
And they've also eliminated
SEC championship, and those games will be eliminated then.
But let's eliminate the SEC championship game so that we can get Vanderbilt and Virginia. Fuck yeah, awesome!
It's just
you went from a system where the most important thing was maximizing your wins to a system that is now the most important thing is minimizing your losses.
Wyatt.
I agree.
They don't care what we think. They want more money.
I know. I understand. And it's fucking over the real college football fans who want the integrity of the sport to be maintained.
And that's why I'll pose the question to the room if you could put the graphic back up. I'll go down the list. Raise your hand if you're watching USC versus Arizona.
You can, or you already could have.
I'm going to watch.
Right. Well, you already could have watched them play if you wanted to.
And then Alabama Pitt.
The funny thing is Miami Duke. That was the ACC.
Oh wait, I might watch Alabama Pitt.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to watch all the games.
Well, no, you're not.
Yes,
you're not going to watch BYU.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Absolutely.
You're going to watch Notre Dame and
I absolutely. Yeah. I watch every single one of these games.
This is what I'm saying. My thing is, I did not turn on Oregon versus James Madison for a second because I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Ole Miss and Tulane, and maybe you turn it on, but it's background noise. You're not watching.
Correct.
You know, like
in front of the TV.
So Tulane versus Ole Miss, I knew what was going to happen.
Wyatt, I'm watching with you.
I watched all these games very intently.
Here's the thing. And now what Noah just said, yeah, because we bet on him. What Noah just said counter argues my point because I said that was a playoff game you didn't watch. Those games are now playoff games and matter, right? We didn't watch them before because nobody cared about the humanitarian bowl, right? But if it's now the Oregon versus Arizona game to get to play LSU next week, I guarantee you watching it, right? And so yes, I do think there's going to be some people that are going to say I'm not watching them. I think there will be more. My question is, when did the NCAA basketball tournament start to expand from to the where it's at today, not the 76 or whatever going. When did it go from 32 to 64? And what was the impact it made then? I bet everybody was having the same conversation.
Of course.
No, we don't want to make this thing any bigger. It's the most popular sporting event ever.
Well,
I think that's what they're trying to do with college football now.
They are.
But here's my thing. You can start football earlier, too. They're already practicing in July.
Right.
So you can start in mid-August, although it's miserably hot in Baton Rouge.
Of course.
You can start in mid-August, and you can still finish this thing in early January. You don't have to go to February and all that stuff. So I'm about more football. I just don't know. I'm
not against more football. I just think you're watering shit down.
Yeah.
And people aren't going to spend. I mean, look, and maybe put that graphic back up, Lloyd, if you don't mind. So, how many people are going to go see Vanderbilt and Virginia?
Well,
I'd go see it.
Well, Charles, so let me answer that. Those fan bases will be there because they've never been in a playoff. Right? We're not going to go see them.
Those fan bases are going to be there.
Well, that's all they care about.
But I know, but your fan base isn't going to sell 75,000 tickets of those two schools.
Well, if it's a home game,
we all know that. You're watering it down. I get the money aspect of it. It's a business thing. I get it. I just think from a fan base, look, everybody likes to watch more football. I like to watch more football. But you're watering it down. So basically, I can give up not watch the first round, kind of watch some of the games in the second round, and I really don't care until we get into the third round of the playoffs.
I almost say the first round, those first games on the outside, are better than the second round games. Majority of them.
Yeah, because you got people with the
it's going to be more competition, 16 versus 17, than 16 versus 1.
I don't know. Notre Dame at Ole Miss would be a pretty freaking good game. And
I'm saying you can pick them out.
Yes,
1,000%.
Yeah.
But if you could,
if the first put them back up there real quick.
If it's like say, you have BYU or like just go down
Texas,
the list.
Tech would be a good
USC
game.
and Arizona, that's a better game than either one of them versus Indiana.
I mean, look, okay, so you get to the second round and you say Texas beats Tulane, and you got Texas Tech versus Texas. A huge game. All the people in Texas are going to love it. I don't give a shit about it. I got to be honest with you. If I'm going duck hunting, I'm going to go duck hunting. I'm not going to watch that game.
See, I disagree with that point. Yeah. I don't think the anti-2014.
You're going bald. You can't disagree with me.
I don't think the argument against the 2014 playoff is not that the 2014 playoff would suck. I would watch every single second of every single one of these games, and I would have a joy doing it. The problem is you're sacrificing the integrity of the regular season, which is the draw to college football.
Right.
I've been following college football my whole life. It is the best regular season in any sport in the history of the world. When number 1 LSU went to number 2 Alabama, when number 1 LSU played number 2 Alabama, that game meant everything. Part of the reason why we felt so strongly about how that season ended, outside of LSU losing, was the fact that Alabama already had their shot to beat LSU and got another one. And I don't think they deserved that.
So I think the answer to this is an NFL format, right? Like go scrap the and you can't scrap conferences. There's too many teams. I get it, but like have the top 8 on this side, the top 8 on this side, or whatever it is, however many in the NFL, and have a more. I agree with you because the NFL regular season matters. Every week matters. I agree with you, Wyatt, that I think this is going to diminish the regular season. Even you sold me where I was thinking the opposite. You've actually sold me. But I disagree with Chucky Sunshine. Texas versus Texas Tech,
that's a great game.
Huge game. And it actually will be a nationally huge game because that's going to be. I guarantee game day would be there, right? So, I mean. Okay, Utah at Ohio, Michigan at Ohio State.
No,
look at that.
All of the. I would watch all these games. I'd be thoroughly entertained by all these games.
But you don't have a job.
Not yet.
That is his job.
It is my job.
You don't work on Saturdays.
To me, Wyatt's point is the biggest thing in the whole thing is that it makes the regular season because LSU versus Alabama in the regular season should mean more than it will because it's a better matchup than. Even majority of the games that are on this, that's what it used to be.
Who's going to watch the Utah? Shut up! I don't want you to answer. Other than Wyatt, who's going to watch the Utah-Michigan game?
Noah gave this answer indirectly gave
bet on it, but you're not watching.
Indirectly gave the right answer that the only thing that matters is TV execs and money. Right. I'll put it on.
Yeah.
They don't care if you're watching. It's on the TV. That's all they care about.
Like if I'm cooking a gumbo on a Saturday and the Utah-Michigan game, I'll turn it on.
They don't give a fuck if you're watching. Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
That's right. They don't care.
They don't care.
I agree.
And
but the big house will be sold out.
No doubt.
Yeah, but the other thing is, the ticket money doesn't matter. Like they care about ticket money.
Well, that's how they sell. That's how they sell the school ones.
Right. The TV money is like a much bigger deal. They don't.
This
care.
is going to happen.
Of course, 1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. And I hate what it's going to do to an LSU Alabama game on the first Saturday in November.
Well, guess what? We don't play them anymore.
Right.
But part of that reason is because of
it sets it up for this, so you will play them again. But like you got excited about Michigan, Ohio State in the second round. Well, that takes away from the one that matters
from the big game.
But they'll flip it to part 2. That's what they did for LSU, Alabama.
That's
like
right.
that was the
That's-
narrative around it.
that's
They'll
right.
make it exciting again,
two
and we'll
times-
fall for the trick again.
The 2 times it happened in this playoff.
Yeah.
I think 16.
Georgia had already beaten Ole Miss, and now they lost to them.
I think
Right.
16 is the number. 24 is too many.
It's 8.
I think
I think it's
16
8.
I think it's
Well, no, 8 is, but we're not going to go back, right?
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not.
What if you have a team like Alabama who's supposed to finish in the top 4 every single year? They finish in 24. Do you see players potentially sit out because they know they're bad?
Well, and on top of that, I mean, this is more football on all of these guys' bodies.
Yeah.
So LSU, so an SEC team, right? So we'll use Texas as the example. They already play 9 conference games, and they scheduled Ohio State out of conference. So they're playing 10 conference games in a schedule, and then now they're also playing at the most, if they're in the first round, 1, 2, 3, 4 more conference games.
Possibly 5.
That's 14 more. That's 14 conference-like games on an 18 to 22-year-old's body that their agent, their parents, the whole thing. It's just like that. That's the biggest thing to me that's obviously been thrown out of the window, and it can be solved for the whole thing. The player health aspect is not being thought about whatsoever because they're making money now.
And that's the key. What everybody talks about player safety is the priority.
Right.
It's not.
No,
let's
no,
not.
it's not a
let's
priority.
not bullshit
No,
around
it's
that.
not
Like
a
nobody,
window.
they don't care about the player safety. They
Right.
should.
Yeah,
they should.
But okay, and now,
Well, now they get paid.
I'm going to flip this one other way. And why did we start NIL? Because all these schools are making all of this money on the kids, and these kids deserve it. But then you're going to expand to a 24 playoff so we can make more money.
Right.
Well, okay, then give rev share, increase rev share.
Right.
They don't want to do that.
They're not going to increase it, but they got to fund it, right?
know,
so that's how they're going to
But
fund
at
it.
some point, that conversation is going to come up of
100%.
well, now
I'm playing more games.
Right.
So this is like a collective bargaining.
Yeah.
You're asking me to play more games, and you're not giving me anything back. You got to give the school more money in rev share to get these kids to play an additional possible 5 more games a year through a playoff system. So, listen, I get it's about money, but at some point you got to stop and go, look, we just talked about it. We coaches transferring from making lateral moves. It might not be about the money for them, but now all of a sudden it is. And I wasn't for NIL. I really wasn't. I was against it. It's here. I'm all for it now. And now it makes me look at that 2014 playoff and go, well, the big hats are all making all of this big money. They're making all of this money. That's what this is about. We've all said it. Well, then compensate the kid.
Right.
Give the schools more rev money. You got to. It's gonna wind up in a lawsuit. This is what's gonna happen.
Of course,
they're gonna go
always.
to a 24 play.
Like everything
they're gonna
else.
wind up in a lawsuit. It's gonna be drug out. They're not gonna be able to do it because we all know the NCAA doesn't know what they're doing when it comes to throw out the NIL.
Yeah.
We got no rules. Then we can try and fix it as we go, which was completely ludicrous.
I do wonder how quickly this will become more and more like the NFL with a collective bargaining agreement.
It's
gonna be.
And I wonder what that will do to the product.
Yeah.
Where it loses the veil of college athletics. That's
It's already lost it.
I still think people I still like college football more than I like NFL football. I still like.
But you have lost some fans because of it. It's not
Right, yeah, I mean, I'm the
it's not
1%.
pure. And look,
Right.
and look. To be naive, it's not pure. It never was pure.
Right.
There was always the underneath the table deals and all of that. Nobody's naive to that, but it's not as in your face as it is now. It wasn't as in your face as it is now. And I agree. It's going to be collective bargaining. The college football is going to turn into a minor league of NFL.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
And what's going to happen is, and I've sat through meetings, I've heard it, I've seen it. Private equity is going to buy up college athletics, and they're going to be like the Dallas Cowboys of LSU, and we own the LSU. And to be honest with you, the average fan is going to be gone.
Yeah.
It's all going to be corporate stuff.
And so are the conferences. I mean, like, it's going to move to a point where conference expansion goes to a place of, I mean, if you're the SEC and the Big Ten, you just start adding to your conferences and you do away with the ACC because, Clemson and Florida State can join the SEC, and North Carolina can join the SEC.
What about North Carolina State joining the SEC?
No.
Come on! That would make for great TV.
They'll get relegated.
Well, to what Charles just they will. To what Charles just said, though, we are talking about having to give more money to the rev share. Well, they're showing you how they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have more playoff games, of which ESPN, ABC, CBS are going to televise. Where's the majority of the revenue share money come from? TV money. Yeah. So they've got to figure out more ways to. So that's what's happening.
But what's going to happen
is ADs are saying, "I need more money." Right? I need more money.
They're doing this for until the schools start to go, well, wait, or the players start to ask for more money. They're doing this to keep it at 20.5 for the school. But now instead of making 80, you make 200 million.
That's it.
So the 20 is a less percent. It's no longer a fourth. Now it's a tenth.
They're going to line. That's what I was just getting ready to say. They're going to hold this off. They're going to go to this playoff. They're going to make as much money as they can without paying the players to fill their pockets, fill up the coffers, and then go, okay, well, now
we'll give it.
Now we'll give it. Now that you made enough. And I think, to be honest with you, as soon as they go to the 2014 playoff, somebody needs to file a lawsuit if that's to get it, because I'm all about businesses making money.
Yeah.
But you can't have it both ways to where the kids get paid, but you're only getting paid a certain amount, because then it becomes you're not fair trade practices. You're not compensating me for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And so now we are opening up. This is listen, guys. In 10 years, college athletics won't be what it is today.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I mean, I think but on the same time, there are the positives to this, because the SEC was stupid in their first step of expanding to 9 conference games. Because now that you've expanded to 9 conference games, if it stays at 12, you're going to get less teams in. So you want expansion because you're going to lose more games because you're playing more conference games. And so but with that, you also lose. You don't play Alabama every year now. You don't play Florida every year now. And so you lose I like the aspect of you have the rotation, and you'll get to go to Knoxville this year, and then they'll get to in 2 years, and then you get to go to Georgia next year, and so you play everybody. But at the same time,
you miss.
It sucks that for a guy like me who grew up on LSU Florida and LSU Alabama. I'm not going to get that every year.
Right. And look, when we didn't play Tennessee every year. That's okay. Every couple of years we go to Tennessee and play. However, I'm like you. I grew up on the Alabama to Florida, going to Florida, the big rival. 97, when Florida's #1 comes into Death Valley, we beat them. Steve Spurrier sitting on the bus getting beers thrown at him. That's great. It's great. I mean, look, Alabama comes in with Nick Saban. We beat Alabama. Les Miles goes to Alabama. We beat them by, 3 points, 6 points. It was a field goal game. You do lose that. And that's where people are going to stop, all right, enough. And then they're going to make the universities, because we keep seeing ticket prices going up, and you're going to price the fan out. It's a Super Bowl. You can't, if you own a suite in the Superdome and the Superdome's coming to New Orleans, you don't get your suite. Why?
Right.
Corporations take it. The NFL takes it and they sell it to corporations. That's going to happen in college football.
Yeah, they'll have a higher price point.
Can we change the Super Bowl to a Saturday too, by the way? Because everybody's got to go to work the Monday after. Super Bowl Saturday would be amazing, right? Because everybody would get the day off after to celebrate. I mean, you win a Super Bowl.
Make Monday a holiday.
Monday should be holidays. You get the day off.
That doesn't work for business owners.
It does.
He wouldn't close Monday after we won the Super Bowl.
No, it's a national.
No, if the Saints won the Super Bowl,
it's a national holiday.
Did we close New Orleans after we won the Super Bowl? Hell no, we're not closing our offices after we. So you do it on Saturday, and you get Sunday off to enjoy, go to church, and thank Jesus for winning the Super Bowl.
Screw the Super Bowl. Why is the national championship on a fucking Monday?
Yeah, I hate that.
Agree with
what
you.
the hell is
we
that?
We play college football on Saturday nights. I agree.
Bullshit.
I listen. You put the hot dog eating contest on July 4th, right?
Yes.
It's stupid. It's stupid. Put it on a Saturday. It's like the Derby. The Derby dog.
I disagree with that one. That's July 4th is the hot dog. Yeah.
No, but you got to put it on that Saturday before.
Wyatt, you felt your first pushback from Charles there, huh? Like you kind of feel you've quieted down a little bit, huh?
No, the 2014 playoff fucking infuriates me. And I think we're all against it. I didn't enjoy some of the arguments that were being made, but this fucking bothers me so much.
But when it happens, Wyatt, you and I'll be watching it on Saturdays.
Oh, that's the problem is I'm going to watch it.
Too.
Like I don't think
I'm going to bet on it. I'm going to have it on.
It's not even a question.
That's exactly what they want.
If Noah bets, he's going to bet on FanDuel. Shout out to FanDuel.
Of course, shout out to FanDuel. I just wish that.
I want to know how their meeting went yesterday.
I just wish November 4th or 5th or whatever, the first Saturday in November, was what it's been my whole life. Which is the biggest game of my life.
Yeah, and not even just the big games like that. Let's say LSU 6-5 going into the last week of the season, plays against number 1 ranked, let's say Texas A&M.
Did you just say we're 6-5?
I'm just saying, just as a
Please.
hypothetical.
He's talking about last year.
We would hang ourselves. We'd burn the stadium down.
No, why? Think about it. So last year LSU was 6-5 or whatever. We go to
well, let's say Texas A&M. Let's say Texas A&M. So we were 5-3, whatever.
Right.
We weren't going to make the playoff at that point. No. Texas A&M's undefeated. You upset Texas A&M, who's number 2, number 3 in the country. They're undefeated. That game now means less because that loss doesn't mean it doesn't ruin theirs. We didn't ruin Texas A&M's season. What's up?
And that could put you in the playoffs.
But we don't deserve to be in the playoff. We lost 4 or 5 games.
2020, right? When LSU 2020 when LSU upset
beat Florida.
Right?
Great example.
It meant something to us because you don't get to go to the dance anymore.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we ruined their season.
But now, like say if it was where it is now, where it's going to be, then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
They can drop that game,
and that's
and that's where it gets like the NFL playoffs. I don't remember which season it was. It might have been 2 years ago, where the Chiefs were already in, and so Mahomes didn't play. They started Carson Wentz. They didn't play their guys because it doesn't matter.
They did that this year.
Right, that's what it was. It was this year.
And
it happens every year. But
and
that was an example.
It was the Broncos and the Bengals going for the last spot in the AFC playoffs, and the Broncos got an easy 30-point win because the Chiefs didn't play any starters.
Yep. Which let me just say this: that was good for betting for us.
It was good for betting. That's fine, but it's not good for the sport.
No, I agree. Does it reduce the regular season now too? Do we not play? How many do we play? What do we play? 12 or 13 games? Do we only play 10 now? Do we play the 9 conference games in 1 auto conference game, which then counter argues the money part, right?
It counter argues the more football part.
You're gonna have to. You
gotta give something, right?
You're gonna either give the kids more money, or you're going to reduce the number of the
because if you're absolutely right with the player safety, if I got to go play 5 more games potentially,
and then what if I'm a senior? Let's just say I'm a senior. Let's say I make it to my senior year, and now not only do I have to play, and our team's good enough to make it to the championship game, then I got to go to the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
So now I got. What if I'm injured or I get injured in the championship game? I got to nurse that. I'm not going to have a good combine. Now does it because my draft stock gets ruined?
I think they think too that players won't opt out as much because you've got more meaningful games. But I don't know about that either. Does Leonard Fournette play?
No, I think now they opt out in the regular season. They don't opt out in the postseason. I think now they opt out in the regular season. If my team already has 7 wins, right?
So you say you got assist on your. And you
right.
stay out for 9, 8 years.
Well, yeah, 100. I think it would have worked out better for LSU this past year because then you can sacrifice those 2 games at the beginning of the year and you sit in us and you get them back healthy. But like, say my team is 7-2 through the 9th week of the season, and we've already got 7 wins. You only really need to get 8 to get in. I'll probably sit out a couple of games, or once we get to 8 wins, then you just sit out, right? And of course, seeding matters, but it just plays in such a.
But does it?
Right, because
does it? I mean, so
you just want to be in the tournament at that point, right?
What do you play for a bye? So you don't play that first week, and you have a week to get healthy. I mean,
it's just like the NFL.
It's gonna. To your comments right there, it's going to affect a lot of things rather than just...
Especially regular season-wise, which is right to Wyatt's point of it ruined... Because that is the number one. Because I agree with the...
I'm always right.
Like,
whoa. This is the first time I've ever seen Chucky Sunshine and Hot Dog Boy kind of like disagree, and I'm really worried about him right now.
Because
I'm losing his hair.
We agree on the main premise. I disagree with the way you got there.
Right.
You're not allowed to
because I
disagree
think
with him.
2 plus 2 is 4, right?
Right. No,
Does it matter how I get there?
I agree.
Spray a little.
Carl Dunn with a $5 super chat.
Let's
5
go.
claps. Ready.
Let's go.
The average fan and family is already shut out on going to football games. I remember paying less than $20 for an SEC game in 1988.
Yeah, and you also paid 37 cents for a pack of cigarettes.
But hold on, but to Carl DeCat's point there, have y'all seen the face value of the tickets for this year, like Ole Miss in those games? I saw it yesterday.
It's a lot.
The Ole Miss face value for the LSU Ole Miss game is like $250.
Yeah.
The Tennessee game's $300. So he's not wrong. That's not what this should have gotten to, because it is going to push out the.
I don't like the idea that the different games have different ticket prices.
Right.
I think that's stupid.
Well, so they could
I
capitalize on the LSU Alabama game, right?
A lot of,
but now that might change because we go back to the games. I'm meaning
the place where a lot of people get their tickets if they go online. Like I just pulled up SeatGeek. The cheapest ticket for Clemson at LSU is $213. The cheapest ticket for LSU at Ole Miss is $457. A&M $130, Kentucky $154, Auburn $239, Alabama $258, Texas $266, Tennessee $270, Arkansas $137.
That'd be fucked.
And that's for one ticket.
One ticket. One
Before
ticket.
you go by
Concessions.
the dog,
Right.
in
The foam
stadium,
finger.
your foam finger,
Which are all more
your beer.
expensive now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, how many hot dogs do you think you could eat in a football game? You know, it would be
Double digits.
You know, it would be a really good challenge.
Yeah.
One, and if you're at a LSU home game,
Okay.
one dog, one beer per offensive series.
Go.
For each team?
Oh,
No, just for LSU.
what do you not like me? You want me to fucking die?
You
Seems
could,
that way.
dude, you ate 18 hot dogs in a day.
Yeah, but-
In a span of 8 hours.
It doesn't matter.
And there's
How many
more than
offensive-
18 offensive series in a football game.
Exactly.
In a
It's gotta be a
3-hour
challenge.
You need to say touchdown.
That's not a challenge. That's
No,
a
it's
death
challenge. Oh,
wish.
stop. Here he goes. Now he's starting to act like a little sissy.
It's not a little sissy. I'm
No,
gonna die.
I would
you're
say.
not.
I would say. I would say
boy.
touchdowns is a fair. number.
Yeah, touchdowns.
You
is
get
fine.
7
LSU
touchdowns
Ole
in a.
Miss 2023.
Oh man!
Or
And
LSU A&M.
That's when. Oh
Overtime?
yeah. That's when.
Right.
That's when overtime really comes into play, boys.
overtime.
Yeah,
would
so my
And those were
offensive
quick.
Series.
Yeah, but no Charles.
bad.
Yeah,
think
that
about
one
that.
is
Hold on, I'm not
There would have
saying
been 100
overtime.
hot dogs.
I'm not saying overtime.
Yeah.
Some regulation.
That's absurd.
We'll come up with
I can't do
with a
that.
with a
Yeah,
challenge.
we'll
I
do
can't
it
do
for all the
Wait,
sports.
let's put it out to
Bowls
the chat.
of soup.
I love soup.
I love a good bowl of soup.
In a middle
What
of a-
kind of soup?
Clam chowder.
French onion?
No,
just
tomato
broth.
basil.
I love tomato basil.
Hey, I've got an early baseball game for you if you're ready.
Okay, what time
Hold
does
on,
the
I'm
game
not
start?
ready.
At
I'm not
11?
ready.
I know, but
for
I think
that.
it starts in like 5
All
minutes.
right, we've got a baseball game in 5 minutes. We're
Hold
gonna
on,
get
let
the
me
pick
see.
now.
Hold on, I don't think it's 5
So everybody,
minutes.
open up your FanDuel app as we
Keep
speak.
talking. Keep
Shout out
talking.
to our
I'll tell you.
friends
I'll
over
tell
at
you when it
FanDuel.
starts. I'm sorry. It starts at 1. This game starts at 1 o'clock.
Okay,
1
so
o'clock,
we got
guys,
plenty
we've
of
got-
time. We're not
we've got
playing
2
with that.
hours, 10 minutes.
So here's the
Okay.
thing: we need to put out to the chat what can he eat during a basketball
Yes,
game.
and what is the
challenge?
like what's it associated?
Correct.
With?
Like,
Right.
is it one per dunk or one per 3-pointer?
Well, I think Will said 1 per turnover?
Turnover. Yeah.
I think that's solid. That's
because
not
then
bad.
because then
What,
that
what
gives
team?
Will.
Is it one per LSU turnover?
I would say
say just LSU,
because
yeah.
then Will can go to the players and go, "Y'all see what y'all are doing to that guy?
Right.
15 turnovers a game. This kid's gonna die."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
corn
I don't
dogs.
really like corn
I don't
dogs.
either.
I'm not a corn dog. I'm
The
not a
problem
corn
is
dog. I love a
at the
corn dog.
PMAC, there's only so many things you can get, right? Like
Right.
corn dogs,
And
hamburgers,
I don't are there-
sausage po' boys,
I don't think
nachos.
there's like free stuff.
A burger with
Like there's in the suite for me at least. It's free.
Well, if we get a
so-
sponsor,
Oh, that's
What I'll
true.
do- So what I'll do?
calling
is
all sponsors.
I'll let you in this challenge. You can't go to every game, but I'll let you sit courtside with me. There's a courtside club. We can go in there and see what they got.
Well, hold up,
Okay.
hold up. Those are my seats. I get to sit with you.
Oh,
sometimes.
he's got more.
Man, Wyatt, you've replaced me, man.
Yeah.
Jeez,
and I'm running out with his family on Clemson game.
That's what
Who
we've been
said
told.
that?
you right.
Oh, I was just talking shit to him. Don't. We're good. We're good. I was just talking
Hey,
shit.
I don't
You
want to
mean
run out
his
with him.
family, you
I'll
mean
pull a
y'all's
Panamskin
family.
fall or something.
Pull your hammy.
Hey, cut that shit out, Lloyd.
That's right.
What did you say?
But I didn't,
He didn't
say
say
anything.
You should ride Wyatt out.
I'm not riding Wyatt
Don't-
out. He likes that. You remember?
Yeah.
He likes that.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with something for basketball and for football as well. We gotta because now we've become.
Now we're gonna miss the baseball play.
We've
All right,
become
you ready for
a
the baseball
Yeah, let's
play?
get the
How
baseball.
are we-
food
it's
show.
not
My
till 1
guy,
o'clock.
Luke Lipsy just told me I could come sit with him when Charles won't let me sit with
There
him.
you
My
go.
guy, shout out Luke.
Well,
Atta
all
boy.
right.
One for
That's-
every TV
we have,
timeout.
We have
There
now
you go.
merged two great LSU families, though the Lipsys and the Harveys. Like
Yeah.
y'all have no idea what is about to happen at LSU
There we
because
go.
this relationship. But
Tingle and Co.
thank
And
you,
by
Luke.
the way,
Thank you,
by-
Luke,
by the way,
taking
by the
one for
way,
the team.
shout out to Hal Jubin. He's in the chat.
Hal Jubin.
Hal Jubin.
Hal,
not
he is a
Juban.
legend. You want to talk about a guy that goes after people on Twitter?
There you
Hal.
go.
Hal will have you guys back forever.
I know it, and I
telling
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah, he don't.
Thank you, Hal.
He don't play games. All right, baseball play. Ready? Now, Poggi has already disagreed with me because he
Thank you, Poaching.
He knew what I
appreciate
liked.
that because we had the Guardians last earlier in the week and didn't work.
Tuesday.
He's I don't agree.
Thank you, Poggi.
So wait, what is the play?
No, I haven't.
All right, I'm taking at 1 o'clock today.
At 1 o'clock today, MLB baseball.
MLB baseball. I believe it's 1 o'clock. Maybe that's Central Time. No, it is. Seth Lugo and the Kansas City Royals today. I'm taking
Royals money line over the Guardians.
Yes, over the Guardians. That is my 4-unit play of the day.
Did the Cubs lost?
No, the Cubs.
They came back and won.
The Cubs have had 3 walk-off wins in a row over my Cincinnati Reds. By the way,
love it.
Is that your only play for
That's
today?
my only play for today.
Interesting.
Now I may sprinkle in an NBA game for you later.
Right now. Okay. The Reds pitched today. They pitched Rhett Lauder.
Rhett Lauder. I like Rhett Lauder, but
you can't
go Shota, huh?
Yeah, I'm going Cubbies.
Poaching's got something, guys. Did you just get a text from someone?
I mean, no, but I'm just looking at numbers and numbers.
You got very excited over numbers.
What are they saying to you?
11:35. I think you should bet the Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers.
I like the Phillies over the Athletics.
The line opened up at plus 160.
It's at plus 130 now.
It's at plus 130. 90-10 on money.
90.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
dropping $50 on the Rangers.
So
for
Rangers, Royals.
It's like first day of school stuff.
Okay, so Rangers, Royals. You like the Cubbies?
I like the Cubbies.
All right, boys.
Rangers is a sprinkle though. It's not a.
Oh, it's not in the parlay.
Well, I wouldn't. I mean, it's just a straight thing that I like.
But are you gonna put it? Is that your?
Are you
Oh, you like straight things?
Okay, I gotcha.
Christian prefer.
Okay, that's
Christian likes a little
parlay.
curve, if I remember.
Yeah.
It's at 11:35.
That's okay. Hey, and that's
You like the money line on the Rangers?
Yeah.
Plus 130. It's going to make our parlay go up.
It's gonna be a sweat. I can tell you that right
Okay,
now.
that's fine.
I like
We love a
I like
good
the
sweat.
sweat.
And
So
plus,
we've
it's the
got-
first game. If we win the first game, look out.
So far, we've got Rangers, Royals, Cubbies. Because this is the parlay.
Wyatt?
So Mr. Fun's pick was Royals money line.
Yeah, but played
I'll
out by
go,
itself.
but here's the parlay.
It didn't pan out the other night, but I'm going back to it. The Cavs plus 3.5.
I like that
Okay.
play, actually. I was going to probably take that tonight anyway, so that gives me a little something to play.
I'm interested to see who bets on
LeBron.
this other game.
What's LeBron's line?
It's plus 15.5 again.
On the Lakers?
Mm-hmm.
I think they cover tonight, but I don't know if it's worthy of the.
See, this series to me.
I'll tell y'all my pick.
You don't think
Shut
so?
up. Shut up.
Okay.
You everybody gets into their picks, and then we're all left out because you want to solidify.
No.
Shut up.
We
with
were
all this
having a
bullshit.
conversation,
Oh,
and we started talking about the
shut up.
Lakers.
So here's the deal.
Who you got, Charles?
Minnesota plus 3.5.
Minnesota.
Timberwolves over the Spurs.
Wait, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
I like that.
Well, no, but that's tomorrow's play.
Y'all can kiss my ass.
That's a great play for tomorrow.
We can do what?
That'd be a great pick for tomorrow.
I like OKC in the money line.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's, I mean, I hope so. I mean, that's minus 1,000. But we're going to go for
Are you
it.
scared?
Hey, good pick.
Put 1,000 up.
There we go.
Win $100.
All right. All right.
take the
So
over.
we're going, we got Lloyd, we got Logan. And Chrissy.
What's LeBron's line tonight?
Plus 15.5.
Let's see, LeBron points.
Points.
20 plus.
Yeah, LeBron's
25 plus.
He's not going to get it.
It's at 21.5.
Yeah, I can get you at 20.
Well, what he's got to be on the.
Yeah, LeBron's line's 21.5 on points.
It's a lot.
Is that what you want?
Are you going to do 20?
Every single time I bet he scored like 25.
All right.
All right, so you want to do
so
20
that's
or
your play.
21.5?
I'll do 20.
All right,
Okay,
20.
20 and a half.
Lower it a little bit.
All right, Logan.
Wait, so 20.5?
So LeBron to score over 20 and a half or 19 and a half?
19 and a half.
19 and a half.
So
Okay,
20
LeBron,
points, yeah,
19
to
and
score
a half.
20 points.
Oh, Jesus. You bought
See
it
if that was
down.
BJ. I want to get him in on the parlay. Open that door real quick.
Kobe Bryant.
Hey.
He's not going in.
19 and a half.
I saw him say it.
And the next number.
Oh,
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
Jesus.
See if that's Snowby. Snowby, we
got-
need
you
your
got
play
a pick?
today for the pick, baby. You're in on the parlay?
Just
think about it for a second. Think about, we're still
Fasten
waiting on,
that belt.
We're still waiting on Lloyd. We're still waiting on Logan's.
So yeah, Lloyd's got his.
All right, here's what we got. Here's what we got.
Exactly.
Oklahoma City money line. No, that was Charles. That was Charles.
You could still bet the 15.5.
You can take the point. We can win both.
Then you can.
All right,
We can
Oklahoma
win
City money line. LeBron 20.5 points.
No,
19 and a half.
19.5.
Over 19 and a half. Chicago Cubs money line. Texas Rangers money line. Kansas City money line. Cleveland plus 3.5. We need Snowby Bryant and we need Logan's play.
All I'm going under 211 Lakers Thunder.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that. I like
I gotta buy
that,
that up,
Logan.
man.
Gage says FanDuel loves these
donations.
No, there's no. This is gonna hit
Under 211. All right, and now Snowby.
I mean, this is a lock to hit.
This is a big one, boys.
That's what she said.
The only thing that I have that y'all haven't talked about, I took the Yankees -1.5 against the Rangers today.
The Yankees.
Okay.
Oh, we took.
we bet the
Poaching's
opposite.
on the Rangers.
He bet the money line.
So, what do we do? Yeah, what do we do, boys?
I'm on the Lakers too, so.
Do we take the Lakers plus the points and double up
You
here?
can take the Lakers plus the points. That'll make it interesting.
That would make it interesting.
That would make it interesting.
That is 10 to win $730.
All right, I'm doing it. Let's do it.
Lakers not gonna lose it by 16.
Of course he's doing
They
it.
did.
Yeah,
last
have you ever
time.
met a bet that this guy doesn't
They
take?
have it twice.
I'll take it. Yeah, why not?
And I'm taking. And I
I'll
get a
tell you
25
what, I bet that. Yeah, dude, he doesn't. He just wants to bet.
It's fun.
That cockroach over
It's
there is
fun.
going to get over there within 3 minutes.
Listen,
I'll take it. Why
First
not?
off,
Give me some
it's
odds on it.
Okay, so are you taking the parlay with us, or are you just going to follow us? Okay, all right.
Because everybody went opposite of what I already
So,
No.
yeah, hold on. It's a 9-team parlay. You'll never win it.
$25 to win $1,600 for Mr.
No, this
Fun.
is gonna hit.
I'm in. Done.
He's in, of course. Show me one he's
All
not.
right, all right.
8-leg parlay.
I got
an 8-leg parlay.
Yes, 8-leg parlay.
I'm about to send you a screenshot.
Okay. His line that he always tells us, it's just money.
It's just money.
It's just money.
Well,
And when
It's
you
'cause
run out,
he's-
you go to the
it's 'cause
ATM, you
he's
get some
rich.
more.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Is he rich?
I'm not rich.
Oh.
You know what? You know why I'm rich?
Socks.
I've got
Regular
a.
guys don't wear socks like that.
Yeah, actually,
Agreed.
I want to know. I've been trying to wear better socks. So I want to see if anybody in the chat says anything. So far, I've gotten 0 out of that. But you know why I'm rich? Because I got great friends. I got a beautiful family. I got a great job.
And you got a FanDuel account.
And I got another account.
Yes.
Yes. All right, you ready for the plays?
We
You
already
got them?
got 'em.
What I didn't know. Did you need them back?
Yeah, well, you can read them aloud. I'm
Okay.
gonna make the
Oklahoma
graphic
City
real
money line. Lakers plus 15.5. Under 212.5. And LeBron scoring 20. All right, that's a 14. And then we threw it. We sprinkled. Then we sprinkled in the Texas Rangers money line.
We got baseball game at noon.
Then we brought in KC, the Royals with Seth Lugo. We got the Cubbies against my Reds, and we got the Cleveland Cavs plus 3.5. A $25 parlay pays you $1,600 tonight. And
Life-changing.
if Jason, if we win this one, I'm donating a $200 super chat to the
go.
boys here.
Love that.
I gave him his cologne today too, by the way.
Oh, you just.
Jimmy Choo Man. All right. You can't smell me.
He sprayed him like
No,
9
I
times.
feel like the whole room. gets
Charles
smelled.
sprayed it all over him.
I got a little
Yeah.
different me, so not this.
Oh, you're picking up your
Oh.
own
A
scent.
little different, yeah.
I thought his name was Jimmy Choo Man. It's just Jimmy
No.
Choo.
Yeah, it's just Jimmy Choo.
I thought Jimmy
Man.
Choo Man.
There's Jimmy Choo Aqua. There's
Choo
Jimmy Choo
Man.
Man. There's
Jimmy
Jimmy
Choo
Choo
Man.
Jimmy Choo
Man.
I'm
Jimmy Choo
Choo
Man.
Maybe that's what you get into next, Wyatt.
What's that?
Well, hot dog man fragrance.
There you go.
Oh, I've got it. That's my natural aura right now.
That's your-
It's my
Cheese dog, little brisket dog.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
The
Love
Welch
that.
hot dog, man.
We're trying to come up with
Why
what
does
he's
his
going to
hand-
eat at
why does he do
basketball
that with his
games.
hand?
Charles wants him to eat a hot dog for every offensive possession the football team has. The football team. The football
For
team.
either team.
Just one team.
No, he's just saying just LSU. Just LSU.
Oh, that's not that bad, Ben.
Well, gee, you don't even know what you're talking about, and you're throwing shade at me.
I thought you said for both teams.
Jesus.
100 possessions.
Well, that's
I would
like
say
10.
you probably
I'm
get-
like 8 to 10.
I would say you get 10 possessions a game.
I would
right?
say 8 to 10. Yeah.
And it's
I can do that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly.
That's 10 dogs in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Throwing it back up.
Yeah, you don't want a lot of 3 and outs.
A 3 and out is
You don't want a lot
tough.
of 3 and outs.
Average 10, but like that's what
No, you got until the next possession to eat it.
Right, I know, but it's still
3 and out, and it goes 3 and out.
But it shortens the game. You know what I mean? A longer drive, it takes out more time.
A fumble.
you
First play fumble.
Pick
Or
six
pick
would
six. Oh,
fucking
you
kill
fuck.
me. Oh my gosh.
This is going to be great.
It says the guy who ate a hot dog in like 2 bites.
It was
3
awesome.
bites.
It wouldn't kill you, Wyatt.
It wouldn't kill you. It might
make
make
you
you
strong.
No, not
Stronger.
kill me as in like I'm gonna die. Kill me as in like it would make it harder because that's a hot dog right there, and then
It's-
we get the ball back right away.
Hey, listen, listen. It's a challenge.
Yeah.
It's not a doable thing.
We're talking about content. We're making content here. There's nobody more confident in my abilities than me.
I was like, that's kind of party it is.
No, not a Coors Light.
Not yet.
Shout! Hey, can we get a picture? Can we show him with his koozie over there? Though that's a great. My guys, look at that Southern Regional Medical Center. I like that.
Hold on.
By the way, we got some things in the works for the room in here with the door. I'm working on that. We got our logo going up here eventually.
There we go.
Yeah, BJ, have you seen the new room? BJ was out Friday.
This is the new bar koozie for show.
There you go. Yeah, take that to the bar.
Poji, you're so fucking cool, dude.
Moji, I gotta tell you.
Dude, I had that.
No,
at my
you
house
are.
when I was
That
like
wasn't an
13
insult.
years
Like-
old.
Are you serious?
That's not mine. That was Lloyd's grandfather's, right, Lloyd?
That was mine.
Oh no,
My
it was
grandfather's.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like the
I don't
Clemson
know how
Tiger a
old
little
it
bit.
is.
My grandfather was worthless.
I-
He didn't have anything LSU.
I had that hanging over the waterbed, BJ, the one that I broke.
How'd you break it?
I
ran
break it. Did you get the graphic ready?
I jumped on it and then it fell. And then I blamed my brother because he had
Oh.
cancer. You know, so
Nice.
he wouldn't get hit by my parents.
Yeah, they can't blame him.
Yeah.
The question is, was he a good brother and like absolve you? Be like, yeah, I'll take the hit. I'm already taking a big one.
Yeah, because they weren't gonna like beat him like they beat.
No,
me.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's a great brother.
But see, I would be an asshole of a brother and be like, even though I know they can't punish me, no, let's fucking
Well,
lose
that's
Jason.
the last one.
That's the last one. That's the last one.
Like, they know why
Oh.
on it.
It's all good.
Your brother had cancer?
My brother is a brain tumor survivor. Yes.
Holy
Wow.
crap.
Absolutely. Shout out to St. Jude Children's
How old were
Hospital.
y'all?
He was in. I was in the 6th grade, so he would have been in the 4th grade, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, something like that.
Oh my god.
Brain tumor. Actually, he's.
Man, you know, that's Johnny Cash.
I know who it is. I'm just. I
He's
didn't know
actually
this.
legally blind in one of his eyes because of it.
Wow.
Yeah. He can't see he can see shadows and things like that, which makes his sports betting so impressive. Because
Well, that's why he's so good with his Reese's touch. He's got extra touch.
Oh,
with his senses,
that
you know
makes
what I mean?
all the sense in the world.
Yeah, I didn't know
that's weird as fuck.
Right.
Yeah, but now it makes a ton of sense.
No, so shout out. So he's been in remission for a long time. And, so,
And you blamed him for jumping on the bed.
That's why he takes his naps.
Yeah.
This makes so. I didn't know any of this.
I didn't know this
quirky
either.
Guy.
Right. Yeah.
That's like well odd. Now it
Dude's
makes
been
sense.
through like 5 brain surgeries, brain MRIs. I mean, he's been through a lot. He's my hero, man. He's my
Absolutely.
hero. For sure.
He's better be my hero now.
For sure. For sure. I guess I better get back to work if the boss got back to work, right?
That's probably. Yeah, we got the parlay in.
That's probably my time to leave.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
There you go.
Always fun.
Donate to FanDuel.
There you go. Donate to FanDuel.
Or take from
FanDuel
them.
loves these donations.
Donate to
Enjoy it. Be good, fellas.
Appreciate y'all.
Favorite charity.
Y'all be good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
There's the parlay.
There it is.
It's
Tingle
fun.
Go, FanDuel, Mr. Funds, Travel.
They'll hit eventually. One of them.
Live here from Southern Regional Medical Center.
Oh, what a feeling that's going to be when it does hit.
How about,
How about this one? Why not us?
Why not us?
Why not us? I mean, this one is unbelievable.
Everybody was like, "That is no. Now it's not going to win." But it's okay.
Man, if
You'll
we
learn.
can get to the Lakers game tonight.
Oh, that'll be must-see
fucking
television.
Piss in the cup the whole game because I'm not going to miss a second.
Well,
There you go.
30 minutes until we're either dead or
Buy
we're
my
alive,
wife a
so-
lawnmower for her birthday.
That's right. I'll put on a brand new pair of boots,
There you go.
but not
I
in
mean,
the house.
if they're good till the Lakers game, we should all watch it together. We should watch party it.
I think we should watch party. If
We'll
the-
watch party tomorrow, but
be a
we
heck
should
of a
all watch
party.
it together.
I'll
tonight.
probably be back in New Orleans at that point.
Fair enough.
I'll probably be back
In
in bed.
with Tunchi.
Oh yeah, she did try to make me late.
So, yeah.
She didn't have to
Snuggle.
try very hard, I would assume.
No, she got real cute. She slept right next to me.
There you go.
He
Hard
talks
to say
about her like
no.
she's a woman.
She's a woman.
Tucker made me too early today because I had to take him to the vet. I dropped him off at the vet before I got here.
I was going to say, I sent something in the chat at like 6:50 and you liked it immediately. Or no, on Instagram. That's what it was. And I was like, oh, he's up
I was
early
already in the
today.
car. I was driving.
Yeah, love that.
What's happened to Tucker? Is he sick?
That's a little ear deal.
Feeling a little loose today.
Okay.
Who is? Oh, Tucker.
Tucker.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Shove a pencil up there.
Hope the baseball team plays loose this weekend.
Me too.
Hope so.
Always do.
Need it.
Want it. Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
That looks good. Really good.
That looks really good.
All right.
I'm really hungry.
I'm leaving.
I'm really hungry too.
Ready?
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
8 a.m. Live here from Southern Regional Medical Center. Brought to you by FanDuel. Later.